The new anthem for the new era. Fins up.
Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
Throw it up. Throw your foe up in the sky. Throw it up. Let them know that we gon' ride. Where you from? We be reppin' worldwide.
BWA, stay loyal till we die.
But it's the come up. We been down for a minute. This the come up. We been reppin' that consistent. This the come up. Now the world gotta feel it. Reppin' so loud, whole world gotta hear it.
New era.
Dolphins on the cliz-out. Tick, tick, tiz-out. Till we reach the tiz-out. This a never stiz-out. Reppin' till we drizz-out. So low D, I be reppin' with this hip-hop. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix. Ain't no more relying on fits. It's time for Tua to get us lit. That's why we got Waddle at 6 and Jalen Phillips is a brick at 36. We got Jabbar Hollins, Madden hit stick. Eichenberg protecting hips. 2 whole years and he ain't slipped. Run along, he got that gritter, triple threat, he so legit. Garner Coleman, Jared Doakes, the 7th round was such a gift. That's why we toast, that's why we sip, that's why we reppin' MSM. Miami sports music, don't confuse it, don't abuse it. Unless you want a new contusion, real talk, ain't no illusion. Solo D started a movement, MSM the institution. TD Fins the contribution, yeah, we started a new unit.
Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
MIAMIDOLPHINs. When do I begin? I've been rapping since a kid. If you rapping, then we can.
TWA, if you reppin', then we can.
Welcome to Perfectville. We asking what would Shula do? He would take the narrative and spin it like a hula hoop. He say let it Coach Flow. Coach Flow gon' do his thing and he gon' bring it to it in and to it. Come and change the game. Watch the squad ball out. Got the fans all excited. Coolers out. Grills on. Got the tailgate ignited. It's the Aquahorn Society. They know we stay united. DWA. We be down and start a riot. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
Who that?
So low, so low, so low D.
Tight as hell. You feel me? But that's how we put it down. We put it down every time. When it's time to show up for the fans, we out here. You dig?
They know it's coming. Yeah.
We out here with it, man. Let's go, DWA, man.
I know the whole city rising. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter collar. Whole squad been trained to go. Fins for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. My intuition told me this. To trust the coach, he holds the gift. He knowing when to go with fits. So we knowing when to switch. This year we got the golden pick. Time to see what that pick about. Bad vibes get sent out. Only fans up in this house. We been waiting, yeah, we been patient. Now it's time to cash out, no discount. Super Bowl, yeah, we in rock. I don't know when, but it's close. I don't want to overhype, but I just know I like it. So excited, league gon' notice now. You should notarize it. They say Tua from that rock. Shout out to Samoa and Islands. Time to lay the smack down. You think he Dwayne Johnson? Time to be the people's champ. Hit him with the people's elbows. Stick together like it's Velcro. You think you could stop us? Hell no. All day I dream about sports. I think I need some shadows. Custom with some Dolphins colors. Just to let them know we here. Yeah. I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Fins for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time.
To a time, to a time. Really hope he the man. Hope we found us a gem. Like the Heat found Bam. Wanna take time to thank Fitz, cause he put on the show. But the young man up, in the whole city know. Time to catch all the blessings. Cash out on the vest. Ball out, don't choke. Fins want all the smoke. Chris Gregg gave hope. Coach flow like spoke. Dan Marino still a GOAT, but to a man on go. Watch to a man throw. Watch to a man scope. Watch to a man dish shoot that we never ever seen before. Fans up, let's win. Going ready for a ring. Maybe 3, 4, 5, 6. It's damn week, use 10.
I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Fins for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time.
So low, so low, so low, deep. So low, so low, so low, deep.
I'm Danny Johnson, CEO at TPP, the Positive Porpoise.
I'm Jason Miller from Fins Up SoCal Fan Club.
I'm Scott Howell from Atlanta Dolphin Club.
Mark Angelo, NorCal Dolphin Club.
You're listening to Clock Blockers, Miami fans' #1 morning show.
Run it, 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 run it.
What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Stephen D. I'm back. I'm back from South Florida. If y'all didn't get that reference, I'm sorry for y'all, because that was definitely a Martin reference, and I don't know if y'all got that or not. But what's up to everybody? It's your boy Stephen D on the #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. Super excited to be hanging out with y'all today. I missed y'all yesterday. I'm sorry. I wanted to see y'all, wanted to talk, but I was on an airplane coming back home again. And so, yeah, I had a great time in South Florida. It was so much fun. Trip was short. I flew in Saturday morning, left first thing Monday morning, was pretty much there just for Saturday and Sunday. And it was just a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Hung out with your boy Solo D, stayed at his place, just relaxed, just, you know, did the pregame show, had a great time over at East 32 Dolphins tailgate, had tail greeter out there. I don't care what anybody says. If you really look at it, the tailgate, even when we win, and winning is great, but the tailgate's the best part of the day. Hanging out with your fellow Dolphins and your Fins family, Finlaws, best part of the day. None's better than it. But I did miss you guys, and I'm sure you guys missed me. I'm sure Cameron filled in the best he could yesterday. Shout out to Cameron from East 32 for filling in yesterday and doing the morning show on Victory Monday. I know some of you got on. It wasn't a normal Victory Monday, but it was Victory Monday nonetheless. So I am glad that you all got there. But guess what? You know, we're gonna have Victory Tuesday next Monday. Oh well, next Tuesday. And we're going to have Victory Monday again the following Monday after that, because that's what we're going to do. And then I'll be back down in South Florida again for the New England game. So should be good times there. Should be a lot of fun. Before I do anything, I know I'm running a little behind this morning, but let me do my housekeeping stuff and I'll get right into the show. If you guys haven't done so already, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, subscribe, share. 1, 2, 3, 4 F's. I see you calling me out on Twitter. Is actually a pretty good tweet. I did like it. I'm not going to lie. It was pretty funny. He's like, hey, are you showing up today or what? What's up? That's all right. When I get called out by you, the fans, I deserve it. I get it. Real talk. I had to make sure all my stuff was plugged back up correctly and was dealing with that this morning. Because I take everything apart, bring it with me on the plane, deal with it. And then yesterday I slept all day. Because I was up till, I don't know, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. the morning before, just to get up to go to the airport at 6. You know how it is. Come on now. I'm not telling you all nothing y'all don't know, but hit the like button, share, subscribe to the channel. Also, if you haven't signed up to become a new YouTube member, what are you doing? Your seats are at the table for you. Let's go. We definitely have plenty of spots open for you, the family. Let's do it. Also, if you guys want to donate to the channel and help the channel grow, there's 3 different ways to do it. The YouTube Live Super Chat, which is down at the bottom of the chat, the $ tab. Or you can also do PayPal or Cash App. Cash App is in here somewhere, the logo for that. See, everything's messed around here today. When I come back in, everything's not where it's supposed to be. There we go. You can use the PayPal MSM Podcast Network or use the Cash App, which is $ MSM Podcast Network. But nonetheless, I'm excited. Also, shout out to Tail Greeter. Tail Greeter, I have to admit, guys, is one of the best sponsors I could have ever asked for on the show. Nick and the team there are just absolutely amazing. They had the bowl game in Orlando, the Tail Greeter Bowl on Friday there. And it was great. Coastal Carolina won its first ever bowl game. And they did it with Tail Greeter. It was awesome. And then they drove to South Florida and they hung out with us. And they got to party with us. So it was a lot of fun. So make sure you guys come down, tailgreeter.com, follow Tail Greeter, download the app, all that. We are at least having one more big tailgate, and that'll be at the end of the year, the New England game. So I want to see you there. So make sure you go to tailgreeter.com and you download the app today. And you guys hang out with us there. It'll be a lot of fun. And just to let you all know, we got stuff in the works for, this coming up baseball season, as well as some hockey and football, basketball stuff. So we're working on Tail Greeter with some stuff for February, March, April. We got a lot of cool stuff in the works. So just hang on to your pants. Okay. We are excited about that. All right. Enough about that. I got a man in the back who's been waiting very patiently, who's late, who I brought on late this morning. And I feel like I need to respect his time more. And I apologize, Daniel. I apologize from the bottom of my heart. So let me bring you right on and just apologize to you now. What's up, Daniel?
No, that's all good, man. I was in the back doing some Big J journalism, number crunching and all that. So you're all good.
Daniel Oyefusi of the Miami Herald, the beat reporter. I'm not going to say it. You know what? I will say it because I can't say it. The number one beat reporter on following the Miami Dolphins. Make sure you guys go follow him. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Before we get into the Dolphins, you sent a tweet last night. You watched the game last night, right?
Sadly, yeah.
All right. So the game last night, the Monday night game, who was the Sunday night game? It was
Sunday night was Saints Buccaneers.
Saints Buccaneers. Or no, not Saints. That was Sunday night. I'm talking about last night.
Oh, Monday, yeah, it was Vikings Bears.
Vikings Bears. And this is a conversation I want to have with you because you're a numbers guy. So I ripped last weekend the the Chargers head coach for going for it on fourth down, 4 times inside the 5. And in my opinion, that's why they lost the game against Kansas City, right? I ripped him apart. Couldn't believe you could do it. We're not playing Madden. I got you. Last night, Chicago's head coach, Matt Nagy, does the same thing, Daniel.
Yeah.
What is up with the NFL and the world that we're in right now? Can you explain to me why we live in this analytical football world where coaches are going for it on fourth down more than they ever have inside the red zone? Because here's a reality, Daniel. Chicago would have won that game last night if they had have just hit field goals. They would have won. Check it out. That first time they were in the red zone, right? They hit the field goal there. They did hit a field goal before, so it was 3, right? They hit another field goal, that's 6. They hit another field goal, that's 9, right? And if they hit another field goal, that's 12. They get the touchdown at the end of the game. They win the game.
Well, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Do you know the length of all those field goals? And is it a given? See, when we talk about it, hold on.
They were inside the red zone, Daniel.
Man, sorry, I gotta bring it up.
No, that's
they were only in the red zone once in that game. They only got to the red zone once.
Bro, Chicago was in the red zone multiple times last night. They got knocked out of the red zone.
Oh, okay.
They got knocked out of the red zone.
Well, then that's different.
But even still, it would have been, okay, Daniel, if you want to go there, a 40 to 49-yard field goal. There.
I mean, those are not gimmies. That's what I'm saying. A lot of the non-analytic, I don't even like to call it analytics anymore because a lot of times it's just kind of like just gauge. I mean, it's not just analytics. It's gauging, the feel of the game and where you are in time and distance and whatnot. Everyone says, let's just kick the field goal as if like kickers are just routinely making 40 to 45 yards. That's not true. They're not just routinely making them. So we can't just say, if you kick it, it's a definite. I mean, those, just like the chances of converting the fourth down aren't 100%. The chances of making that field goal aren't 100%.
So Daniel, I got to disagree. I'm arguing with you right now. We're going to argue about this. There is, check it out, dude. Like, we had a head coach. You probably don't know.
Go ahead.
His name was Tony Sparano. And we used to get mad as Dolphin fans every time he would clap for making a field goal. We used to call him Field Goal King Tony Sparano. All right?
Yeah.
The reality was if I look back on it now, he was being calculated with hitting the field goals. There were times I wish he had went for it, but not every time. And I feel like
the Bears only went for it once. I'm looking at the game stat sheet, and the Bears only went for it once on fourth down.
See, are we watching this? I'm telling you.
I'm looking at the game book, and it says they only went for it once.
I'm telling you what I saw last night. And multiple times they ended up going I think they turned the ball over. I think they got sacked. Okay. I think there was a turnover.
There was one. There was one where the play was just kind of busted, and Fields ended up getting sacked. And I do remember that. It was like the whole play was like messed up from the beginning. And I think they did kind of like a rollout or a bootleg to the right, and it was just a mess, and they got sacked. And I do remember that.
Just like Darren said, it's higher percentage than a fourth down conversion, 100%. If head coaches went for it or kick the field goal instead of going for it, there would be the outlook would look different in the NFL.
But that's the thing. So that's all about it. So like when the analytics, it's not like you're looking at a spreadsheet and it's like, oh, just go for it. I mean, there's a win probability that's added to it. It's like if you kick a field goal, how much more likely is that to make you win a game as opposed to if you convert the fourth down and you get a touchdown out of it. Like people were criticizing John Harbaugh from the Ravens for not kicking a field goal early in that Packers game. And it's like the defense gave up 31 points, 34 or whatever. They weren't going to win that 31 points. They weren't going to win that game with field goals. So I get it. And it's like, even if you don't convert inside your red zone, you're not giving them a short field. They still have to drive 85 yards.
Don't get me started on Harbaugh. Harbaugh lost 2 games for going for it on 2.
Well, I have a question. Everyone says they beat themselves
they did.
Instead of giving credit to the defense for making a play. They didn't like flip a coin and say, oh, if we get it, we win, and if we don't, then we lose. They try to get a play. So I don't like the phrase they beat themselves. I mean, you still have to make a play. The defense still has to
Daniel,
make a
let
play.
me ask you a question.
And I have one last point. If the Ravens get those two, everyone's like, Harbaugh's a genius. He's rolling the dice. The Ravens are in the first seed in the AFC, and everyone's loving it. But then it's like we can't just judge it because it doesn't go the way that we don't want. It doesn't work like that. You have to look at the situation relative to the decision relative to the situation and what there is to gain out of that. I mean,
you have Justin Tucker, the best kicker in the NFL.
What up? See, I love when people say that because it's not about Justin Tucker. It's not about Justin Tucker. It's about Aaron Rodgers. It's about your defense. Just because you make the extra point and go to overtime, that doesn't mean that you go straight to sudden death and Justin Tucker is kicking field goals. You still got to get the ball again. Hope that you get the ball first, and if you don't, you got to make a stop.
The percentage is still in your favor to hit the extra point and go to overtime. The numbers would tell you to do that. If you're playing analytics, Daniel, the numbers would tell you to do that.
And that's why I say it's not analytics there. Like if there was a video that the Ravens released yesterday, and Harbaugh was literally like went up to his players and was like, "What do you guys think?" He was like, "If we kick the extra point, he's
why
like."
Why is he asking his team anyway? Players don't know this, shouldn't know what to do.
Hold up. Everyone loved it last year or 2 years ago when in Seattle when John Harbaugh was like, Lamar, you want to go for it? He's like, hell yeah, coach. Everyone was loving it. Everyone loved it when it was fourth down earlier in the year against the Chiefs. And the Ravens, Lamar and John Harbaugh was like, let's go for it. And they got it and they beat the Chiefs. Everybody was loving it there. You can't play both sides. So if they get it, everyone's saying that they're fearless, If not, it's analytics. And a lot of times it's not. It's feel. The guys aren't just looking at a spreadsheet and saying, the numbers say to do this, we're going to go for it. They're looking at it in context of the situation. And I know that, I would talk about the Dolphins, it's a Dolphins show, but if we're talking about the Ravens, that team is banged up. They don't have their starting quarterback. The defense is not that good. And it's like, if you have an opportunity on one play to try to win the game right there, instead of like leaving it up to a coin toss and then playing Aaron Rodgers, it's like, why not just go for it right there? It's not just looking at a spreadsheet and saying, the numbers say this, let's do it. It's like, the numbers say this, but let's see what the context of the situation and the feel is. And in that situation, they thought it was okay to go for it. I don't think it's like this big analytics like takeover that everyone's saying. They've been using numbers and analytics for years and years and years. Bill Belichick does it. And
Daniel, look, here's a reality. We live in a Madden world right now. People want to head coaches, these young head coaches think they play Madden. And they will go for it on fourth down instead of punting. They will go for it on fourth down.
I really don't think it's like the big thing that everyone is trying to make of it. And
it is a big thing.
Everyone like acts like if like you don't just add, like you said before. Oh, you kick the field goal, you get it. You don't just add the points and then like that's it. If you kick a field goal and you tend to make it, that changes the way the opposing team plays. That changes the way you play. You can't just say, just add up the field goal every single time you pass the 40-yard line. It doesn't work like that. So I don't think – the Bears lost that game by 8 points, and they really lost the game by 14 because they scored a late touchdown that was in garbage time. They weren't going to win that game regardless of really anything. I don't think that game was as close as people tend to think. But whether it's the Chargers or the Ravens or whatever, I'm not an advocate of like going for it every single time you pass the 50-yard line. That's what the numbers say a lot, but I'm not an advocate of that. But is it like a terrible thing if you go for it on 4th and 2 at the 35-yard line when you have a shaky kicker who you don't know can make a 53-yarder? Is somebody you're really gonna like get at a coach for going for it on 4th and 2? And if you have a good quarterback and a good running game, why would you put your fate in the hands of a kicker as opposed to your offense that has a better chance of converting? It's not. I don't understand why going for 4th down in a lot of these situations is like blasphemy. To be honest, the Dolphins should be doing it a lot more, and they didn't do it before. The Dolphins should probably be doing it a lot more. But
I think there's a time and place for everything. I think there's a feel. I think when a head coach is hey, look, we're not scared. We're going to go for it. We're going to like trying to a momentum shift in a game, maybe whatever. There's a time and place to go.
I think
that
would be stupid. I think that would be stupid because why would you just go for it just to go for it?
Because the same reason last year that coach was pulling Tua for Fitzpatrick to close. Why wouldn't you let Tua just go ahead and play and get that experience?
Tua wasn't playing well in those situations.
Okay, but either here or there, like he felt that was the move for him to make at that time.
Yeah,
right?
and this is different.
So that's a feel. That's a head coach feel for it. Nothing other than that.
Wouldn't you say that is worse because it's not informed by anything concrete? Wouldn't you say that?
Because there's no numbers, there's no analytics. I mean, you got a point there, but the numbers, the people, the professionals would tell you let your quarterback play, let him get the experience. They would tell you that.
That's another opinion. That's not concrete. I'm saying that if you look at, I'm saying that
if you have a rookie quarterback, Daniel,
mm-hmm.
they would tell you to play. If you're going to start him, just start him. Let him play.
Again, that's not anything concrete. And again, they're not these guys that are making this fourth down decisions or 2-point conversion decisions. They're not just looking. There's not somebody that's literally in there. So you never leave points on the field. Again, I wish we could have looked at it. I wish you told me beforehand so I could have brought some numbers and looked it up. But what do you think the percentage is of 40 to 49 yard field goals? I mean, I don't think that they're 85% that people are making them.
They're better for it than teams going on fourth down. Then
now we're just going back and forth. We don't have the numbers, we can't say. But I mean, again, if you're at the 36 yard line and you have a 54 yard field goal.
But they did it consistently. Doing it one time is one thing, Daniel. The Chargers and the Bears went for it 3 or 4 times last night.
I'm looking at
it right now. The
Chargers
went for it the week before, and the Bears went for it 3 or 4 times.
I mean, so in the case of
you left points on the field.
In the case of the Thursday night game, I agree with a lot of people that when it was 14-10 at the end of the half, I wouldn't have gone for it right there. I would have just taken the points because there's no possible zero sum where it's if you don't get it, then you give them a short field. I mean, then you give them a long field and you can get the ball back at the end of the half. I agree they should have kicked it right there, but in some cases it got them the ball back. And then I know there was one case where
did they lose the game, Daniel? Did the Chargers lose the game?
Oh, well, hold up. So now we're gonna.
Did the Bears lose the game?
Hold up.
They both lost. Did the Ravens lose the game?
Hold up. I have a question. So in the case of the Ravens, you can say the Ravens lost that game because they didn't convert the 2-point conversion. You can say that, and you can say that for the past game for the Steelers. Hold up. But I mean, I'm not going to argue that because it was one of the last plays of the game. But are you really going to sit here and say that the Bears lost that game because, and I don't agree with you, because they went for it. I mean, I'm looking at the game stats and the game log, and it literally said they went for it on fourth down once. Are you really going to say they lost that game last night because they went for it on fourth down maybe once or twice? You say 3 times.
They left 9 to 12 points on the field last night. They left 9 to 12 points on the field last night. I promise you that. Go back and watch the game. Go back and look at the recap. They left 9 to 12 points on the board last night. It wasn't 1. It wasn't even 2. It was 3 or 4, guaranteed.
Right. Okay, I'm looking. I got the Chicago Bears. I'm reading it for you right now. They had 12 possessions.
12 possessions. How did they end, Daniel?
The last scrimmage play for the first drive was on the. Oh man, my bad.
See, thank you.
Hold on, my bad.
Thank you, Daniel.
See, it's early.
Please go do your research and tell me that I'm right.
I put up the wrong game log. That's my bad. My bad. You know, I'm not trying to give people the wrong information. All right, so I got the drive logs for the Vikings game. My bad. So they had 11 possessions in that game.
Thank you.
The first one ended on the Chicago 21, so they weren't getting anything.
Correct.
The second one ended on the Minnesota 47.
And I believe they were in the red zone at one point, and they took a sack. It
started at the Chicago 25, and they only gained 28 net yards, so that was nothing. So there was one that went into the Minnesota 10, and they fumbled it. I got to see what happened on that drive. They missed the field goal. Actually, missed the field goal. They missed the field goal after they got that interception. Remember at the.
I'm talking about after that.
My thing is. I don't I don't agree with this assumption that you just add the points and then
why?
Hold up.
Why?
Wait. Because
3 points is better than 0 points, correct?
Hold up. But I don't agree with the take that you just add the points and then you assume nothing changes. So if you,
who's assuming that it changes everything?
Well, okay, so I'm saying that just because
are you saying that, Steven, your team adds the points, but then the other team might play it differently now? Now the whole game.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, that's fine. That's a fair statement. But the reality is, when you're playing Patrick Mahomes on Thursday Night Football, you better put points up, right?
Hold on.
And they're walking away without points.
You better put 7 points up, not 3.
But if you hit those field goals, who's the head coach for the Chargers? Somebody tell me what his name is. Brandon Staley. If Brandon Staley decides to go for field goals, they win that game against Kansas City. They win that game.
You can't just add the points and then say nothing else changes in the situation. That's what I'm saying.
But Daniel, you're missing the point, bro. If you hit those, they add up. 3 becomes 6, 6 becomes 9, 9 becomes 12.
Again, who's to say that you make the field goals? And second of all,
but your odds are better than you going for it on 4th down.
We can't.
If you're playing, then if you're gonna if you're gonna play the numbers, bro. If you're gonna,
I'm not playing numbers. I'm talking like real life. Like you can't say, well, you can't say this is what happened, and if I change this, then nothing else happens. Nothing else changes, and then it doesn't.
All right. So Daniel, the point I was trying to make on the original conversation as we go at it here, okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna go overtime.
You got me fired up because I'm like,
I know, bro. You got me fired up. I'm sitting here touching my hat like, what are you talking about? Okay. Here's the reality. The NFL has completely changed in the last 2 years. Head coaches are going for it more now than they ever have before. Why is that? This isn't something that they've been doing forever. Head coaches have gone for it on 4th down. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they are going for it more now. And there are some head coaches, Matt Nagy, Brandon Staley, that are consistently going for it on 4th down instead of taking 3 points. It doesn't make sense to me. It makes 0 sense to me.
I mean,
you're taking points off the board.
See,
there's a reason you have a kicker.
It might be a philosophical, just like looking at it different. But I don't believe that you're. I can't believe. I don't believe in that phrase that you're taking points off the board when they were never actually there. So again, if you're in a situation where this is the situation I'm giving you. 4th and 2 from the 34-yard line, or 4th and 2 from the 34-yard line, and it's a 51-yard field goal or the opportunity to go for it. And it's like, even if you miss the field goal, you're giving them a short field regardless. But if you convert that 4th down, that increases the chances that you can score a touchdown, which matters way more than a field goal. You're not taking points off the board because those points were never there. It's not a given. I get it. I'm not going to complain about – I'm not going to argue with people saying when you're inside like the 15 or the 10. Most times, unless it's like the situation –
the Chargers were inside the 5 4 times in that game on Thursday. And went for it three out of and missed.
Well,
that's 9 points.
I was sick
that's 9 points.
I was sick that night, so I can't talk too much about that. But again, I don't like throwing tomatoes at the decision because the result wasn't what you wanted. You have to look at it in the context of the situation. I know a couple years back, I
1, 2, 3, 4 up says kicker miss extra points. Kickers miss extra points, Steven. Yeah, but Justin Tucker doesn't that often.
Not everybody. Well, now we're going back to the Ravens. That's the thing. The decision. Everyone says you have Justin Tucker. It's not about
Harbaugh. Should be the Ravens should be leading their division right now.
Hold up. The Ravens would be leading the division, and they would be number 1 in the AFC if they made the 2-point conversions. If they
hit the field goal, their percent of the extra point.
Hold up. If they kick the extra point in both those situations, do they win the games in overtime?
There's no guarantee, but their percentage.
You got me throwing my cap. Exactly.
Their percentage is better than the percentage of them going for the 2-point conversion.
As a former Ravens reporter, I can tell you they would have lost both of those games in overtime. I'm very confident.
You don't know that the same way you don't know how the rest of them going.
That's the point.
You contradicted yourself, Daniel. You're wrong. You're wrong, Daniel.
That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. Everyone's saying go to overtime and live to see another day. And then if you lose, and then hold up. And then if you lose, and if they lose, everyone's like, oh, well, they lost, but they gave themselves a chance. They gave themselves a chance on the 2-point conversion. What do you mean? Like,
in the chat right now, I want to hear from you guys. The Ravens going for 2-point conversions instead of the extra point to tie the game, to send those 2 games to overtime. What would you do? Do you agree with Harbaugh's decision? Would you have gone for it on the 2-point conversions? Or would you have kicked the extra point to take it to overtime? I want to hear what you think in the chat. Corey Hayes says, Daniel's making assumptions. Steven's over here spitting facts.
Hold on, real quick.
Thank you, Corey.
Hold on, real quick with the Ravens point.
1, 2, 3, 4 said, drop the mic, Daniel. Drop the mic.
Real quick with the Ravens question to the chat. I think we also have to play some context that the Ravens have the most players on IR, the most starters lost to IR. They don't have their quarterback. There we go. Somebody said the Ravens were beat up. Like, you got to look at. That's why I say you got to look at it in context of the situation and not just look at the decision. There we go. People spitting facts in the chat. Exactly. I like that take. I kick, but I don't mind the decision. Because again, who's to say if they lose in overtime, everyone's like, oh, they lost, but they gave themselves a chance. But I mean, it doesn't matter. The result is still the same. There's no unless going to overtime would have like guaranteed that they win or something like that. And to be honest, there's no guarantee that if they make that 2-point conversion, they're gonna win in regulation. There's still 42 seconds on the clock. I'd probably put money on Aaron Rodgers going down the field. But again, I don't think it's like this big upheaval like that we need to make it.
You don't know nothing, Daniel. You don't know nothing.
If it works,
for the extra point and you go for the win in overtime.
Why can't you just go for the win right there?
Because it's the wrong decision. It's the wrong decision.
We didn't even talk Dolphins. You got me talking Ravens and Chargers.
Okay. All right, let's change the subject. All right. We are a Dolphins sports show. Let's talk Dolphins. Let's talk Dolphins football. Let's start with the game. Before we get in there. You're gonna be up here a little while this morning. I apologize.
Oh, no, you good, man.
Okay.
I'm turning my alarm off. I'm turning my 9 a.m. alarm off.
Dolphins play the New York Jets. They are on a 6-game win streak. The 2 games they've given up the most points have been the Jets. And I take that as into not that the Jets are a good football team or the Dolphins are a bad one or vice versa. I take that as division opponents know each other better than any other teams in the NFL. And so the Jets just know how to play Tua a little bit better than these other teams. Tua didn't have the greatest game, but he didn't have, in my opinion, he didn't have a horrible game. He's also one of the reasons that they won the game. I am a Tua supporter. I think the pick 6 in the fourth quarter was egregious, but I also think the very next drive, you know what, they went downfield, they scored a touchdown. I can't get mad at them, right? So I just want to know what your thoughts are on the game on Sunday against the Jets.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of, it was a weird week last week with the COVID stuff, and I put a tweet out in the middle of the game that I was like, I don't think anybody should have thought this game was going to be a cakewalk by any means necessary. And Jets fans were like making excuses. Some Dolphins fans were like, making excuses. I was like, I'm not making excuses. There's excuses and there's like realities. The Dolphins didn't have their. I know the Jets have a whole bunch of injuries. They don't have the depth that the Dolphins do. But missing Jalen Waddle was pretty significant. Missing Javon Holland was significant in some areas. You have just had a kind of a weird week, and I didn't think anybody should have thought it would be a cakewalk. But the first half was just kind of they were just kind of all over the place. I thought that was definitely an offense that missed Jalen Waddle. I mean, like you saw, like Tua just used to getting that ball out quickly. And it's like if Waddle was great at creating separation quickly, and without him, I mean, he looked lost in some spots. Like those 2 interceptions, it was like the first read isn't there. What do I do? What do I do? And he just kind of threw some really bad passes. But I mean, it was a good day to be propped by the running game. I'll say that. I mean, he didn't, on the final 75-yard game-winning drive, 50 or 55 of those yards came on the ground. They had a 30-yarder by Myles Gaskin, which was really good to see. So, this is like for as much as well as he had played, I can kind of give him a pass. because it was the first time he had a real running game. And it's like that's what being a team is about. Sometimes the quarterback isn't going to play great, but you have a good running game to lean on. You have a great defense to lean on. And that's what happened. In the big picture, I mean, he took care of business. Everyone knew that this part of the schedule was going to be pretty light. So for them to be able to win all those games and to kind of the extra cherry on top, beating the Ravens, they're back in the swing of things. And now it's like the final 3 games that they really give themselves a chance to get back in the AFC playoff picture and maybe get one of those wildcard spots. It's still I got the projections up. I know Barry Jackson, who I work with at the Herald, he did a whole numbers crunching thing, looking at what.
I read his thing this morning, man. I thought
it was a lot.
Really good.
It was a lot.
So much info. But basically, if the Dolphins win out, Buffalo beats New England. Miami.
Exactly. So I mean, when you look to the Saints game, I mean, it's going to be a tough test for that offense. But honestly, I think it's a game that they can win. I don't. Taysom Hill doesn't really inspire any confidence in me. I think the Dolphins defense will.
Sean Payton knows how to beat Tom Brady. Tua
isn't Tom Brady.
No, but what I'm telling you is, I think that again they're division rivals, right? Saints and
they know them
Tampa.
a little better, just like
they do. And so I'm not putting in. There's no way that the Saints shut us out. That's not going to happen. So, I'm not saying our offense is better than Tampa's. I'm just saying like we're a totally different team than Tampa, right? So we're going to play differently, and I think that we match up very well against them. I think if we get Jalen,
you talking about the Dolphins
both sides of the ball. I think both sides. Honestly, here's the reason why. Right? You look at what.
Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Duke Johnson yesterday. See, I'm. By the way, today's Monday.
Yeah, it's just your Monday. I got you.
This is my Monday. Okay. Duke Johnson looked crazy good.
Yes.
Crazy good. 100+ yards, 2 touchdowns. He just looked better than anything we've seen at the running back position all year. He gives me a lot of hope. We get Phillip Lindsay back. I would love to see Duke Johnson, Phillip Lindsay 1-2 punch, and Myles Gaskin become the third back. That's just me personally.
Mm-hmm.
I also think that Javon Holland brings something to the defense. Actually, let me stay on offense for a second. I think Jalen Waddle allows for other receivers to get open, and their defense is going to play differently when Waddle's in the game. So not having Waddle on Sunday, I think, made a difference with the Jets, and I think it will also make a difference for the Saints defense too, especially with a committed running game that we have, right? So with a potential committed running game that we have. So I look at that and I say, okay, that's good there. Let's go to the defensive side. I think the defense, minus the Jets games, they've been keeping opponents to 10 points or less, minus the 2 Jet games. So, and it's not like we're playing Drew Brees, Daniel. We're playing Taysom Hill, or who's the other quarterback there?
Trevor
our defense is going, and I think, I'll be real, our defense is better than Tampa's defense. So, and so that's the way I look at it. So I think we're going to beat the Saints on Monday night. I don't think it's going to be as close as people think it's going to be, because I just think our defense is better than Tampa's, and I think our offense is going to match up better against the Saints defense, especially if the running game plays like they did last Sunday and Waddle's healthy and he's in the game. I think it'll just open up the offense, and I think we'll see I think we're going to see a national blow. The Dolphins are going to be put on the map on Monday night, is what I'm trying to say to the national audience, and it's going to be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, man, I definitely agree with you on the Waddle point that we may have kind of undervalued what he means to this offense.
100%.
Yeah, so I think having him back is going to help a lot. I think that's going to be a really interesting matchup with him and Marshawn Lattimore, the Saints cornerback. If the running game, if they're going to get 183 yards, shoot. I'll say if they're going to average 183 yards over the final month of the season, you can stamp their spot in the playoffs. For real.
Thank you.
But are they going to get that?
I think they will. I don't. Just to talk on the Saints game, The Saints defense is good. I'm not
Their
brushing
defense
it
is
aside.
very good to great. They have the number one. I don't like using. We're about to get back to the analytics. I don't like using just yards per game now. Unless I'll look at third down defense or red zone defense, but I like to use like efficiency numbers, and they have the number one run defense in terms of like efficiency metrics. The Jets have the 31st. So
I like how you make the numbers work for you when you want to make the argument, but
don't
then
we all do that? Don't we all do
Come
that?
on, Daniel.
It's like pro football focus. Like if I'm gonna use it, if I want to push.
If I need to make a point, I'll use PFF.
Exactly.
I got you. Yeah, I do the same thing. You're right.
No,
You're
but
right.
I mean, but if we're being honest, and I think that while the 6-game winning streak has been very impressive, we also have to place in the context that they have literally beat like 2 of those wins have come against the Jets, who are a bottom 5 team in the league. Another one has come against the Giants, which is a bottom 5-ish team in the league. One came against the Carolina Panthers, which has a very good defense, but it still is like a bottom half team in the league. But again, they took care of their business. But I do think that the Saints game is going to be a little bit of a step up in competition, especially on defense. I think that it's going to be a really good test for the progression of this offensive line, because I think that they played really well in recent weeks, and I've been happy to kind of see some fans who have been like really quick to crap on the offensive line and say, hey, the offensive line is playing better. I think it's going to be a real big test against the like Cameron Jordan and those guys. I mean, those guys are like they're no joke. That defense is legit. But again, I think that I've said it and I've said it and I'll say it again. I mean, this win streak lies in the hands of the defense. I mean, if the defense, I still believe that my stat that I was bringing up, that prior to Sunday, they were 6-0 when opponents scored 17 or fewer points. And I'm going to still say that it's 7-0 now because Tua gave them 7 points. So I'm going to say the defense held the Jets to 17 points. So that's 7-0 now. I mean, I don't see the Saints scoring more than 17 points in this game, if that. So now it just comes down to a matter of the offense making 1 or 2 plays in this game and not turning the ball over. I mean, Tua gave them 10 points essentially last game. So again, I don't think this is a game that I'm not scared. I don't think that you should sneeze at anybody, but if I'm a Dolphins fan,
I'm telling you, I think the Dolphins match up very well against the Saints. I think they do, and I
like the matchup. I like the matchup on defense. Offense, in terms of the Dolphins' offense, I mean, again,
we got a whole new look. That run game on Sunday, though, Daniel, opens up the playbook for us and allows us to do things that we couldn't.
And I wonder, I know, and it was one game. I do wonder how much success they'll continue to have. Was it just Duke Johnson? Was it just playing the Jets? Was it the overall maturation of the offensive line and Duke Johnson getting in there? I mean, it was a great game, but it was one game. So I'm like, I hate to be accepted, but I'm like, show me again. Show me against tougher competition. They ran for 100 yards, I think 3 or 4 times this season, and 2 of those games came against the Jets, who have one of like the worst defense in the NFL. So while it's good, show me again against a team that has a top 5 run defense.
Okay, they'll do it. They'll do it.
Whoa, how many yards? How many yards? Let's do like a friendly wager. How many yards will they get over 100?
I'll answer the question. I won't do a wager, but I'll answer the question.
Over 115 yards in this game.
The rushing for the Dolphins? Over
I'm not even sure they're going to get over 100.
Are you writing this down? Write this down. Are you writing this down?
Why not?
So we can keep track of it. Over under 115 yards.
Well, no, let me because I gotta do it educated. Let me get the
No, Daniel. This is all from the hip, son. Don't be pulling up numbers. Don't be pulling up stats.
You don't like numbers. You don't like numbers at all.
It's not that I don't like numbers, because my argument earlier was the odds would tell you to kick the field goal instead of going for it on 4th down. The odds would tell you to kick the extra point and play it in overtime.
So the Saints are giving up. Saints are giving up 96.6 yards. So let's just put it at 100. Will they get at least 100 yards on Monday?
Yes, they will go over 100 yards on Monday.
Okay.
They will go over 100 yards on Monday.
I got you.
2 touchdowns passing. 2 over under.
I'm gonna say under because he hasn't really. I mean, when has he thrown over 2 touchdowns? He's done it like twice this season, right?
I'm gonna say over. So write that down. I think
he's only thrown over 2 touchdowns once this season.
He's gonna have more than 2 touchdown passes on Monday night.
You saying that? You talking like they're gonna score like 28 points on this?
I think they're gonna score 30 points plus. I think they're gonna score 30 plus points on Monday night. I'm telling you, the NFL is going to be put on notice after this Monday night.
I think this is a game that I think that they get put on notice, but I don't think it's going to be like a pretty game. I mean, they haven't played.
It will be. Here, let me tell you why. I don't like our offensive line, but it has gotten better over the 6-game win streak. It has gotten better.
It has.
Okay, that's one. So the confidence is key, right? And now you have a running back who's confident in the backfield and coming off the biggest game of his career, right? So now let's take Duke Johnson, Phillip Lindsay, who I also think is a stud. All right, that's a nice 1-2 punch right there. Get them more involved in the game plan, right? So now you put those 2 guys in there. Everybody's just saying I'm not using logic. I'm being a fan. That's fine. Have I not been right so far about everything? I have been very much. I've been right about everything so far.
3 more games. They got to run the table.
That's okay. Nobody thought that we were going to do it. The only game I was truly worried about was Baltimore, and we took care of them. I'm not scared of nobody else. I'm saying it right now. Dolphins. I've been saying it. I've been saying it. So let me finish my little saying. So
over 100 yards rushing, over 2 TD. And over 30 points. At least
we're gonna have 2+ turnovers.
I mean, I can see that. I mean, and see that's the thing. That's why I say it goes back to the defense. I mean, that's what I expect from this defense now. I expect them to get turned the ball over once or twice from Taysom Hill. And if they do that, I mean, you're setting up the offense with short fields and you're taking the pressure off them. So again, I think that here's
what I've noticed about the NFL over the last 3 or 4 weeks. No team wants to run away with this. No team wants to win this thing outright.
I mean, yeah, there's
no clear outright favorite in the NFL. Y'all can say what y'all want. I don't care about Green Bay. And then after seeing the beatdown Detroit put on Arizona, there's nothing. There's no team that I'm like, you know what, man? This team looks good. This team might do it. There's no team that's doing that.
Well, I feel like that's even more. You could flip that the other way and say, hey, the Dolphins can be beat. I mean, we've seen the Dolphins can be beat, but so you're very confident going into the game, which I'm not blaming you for. I mean, I'm probably gonna pick the Dolphins to win this game, barring I gotta wait.
Yeah, the COVID stuff is always funny, right? Like it's gonna decide. But now they have the new procedures. So if I'm correct, the new procedures or the new whatever they're called state that, and if you don't have symptoms, you're not getting tested.
Yeah, I mean, but they're still doing like this kind of like random spot testing, and they still put 47 guys on the COVID list yesterday. So the joints, it's not over by any means,
No, it's not. But I don't think it'll be as big
as impactful.
Yeah, I don't think exactly.
I agree with
you. Here's what I'm going to say, Daniel. I think that the Dolphins it's going to be a statement game. We're going to have then won 7 in a row. And who's not going to pick the Dolphins to go to the playoffs after that? Like it's going to be.
I mean, the analytics. See how I threw that in there.
I see what you did, Daniel. I see what you did.
I hate saying that word now, honestly. But the numbers, the projections.
It's like a cuss word, dude. It's like, come on, man.
I mean, the numbers are still like the projections are still against them right now. Because there's gonna be a lot of big games on Sunday. I mean.
All right, so real quick, what have you got for us so far on the Monday night game? Because I think I want to add one more thing. What do you got so far?
In terms of
what did you write down? We said over 100 yards rushing.
Oh yeah, right? So we said over.
I said that.
I said that. Say I'm not.
Yeah, right, Steven, an S next to that.
I'm saying they're gonna get under 100 yards.
Okay, and I think they're gonna go over. That's where we.
Well, I'm gonna say, can I say a push? Can I say push? Because I think like he's thrown 2 in like 5 games. So can I say a push?
What are you talking about?
Can we put it at 2.5? Wait, we'll put it at 2.5, and you'll say he'll throw more than that.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. That's how Vegas. I mean, I'm doing under a third. I mean, they only scored 30 points 2 times this season, so
Yep, it's going to be a third on Monday night.
You said 2. I'm gonna put it at 2.5 turnovers. Their takeaways, and you're saying over.
I think over, but you think over too, don't you?
I'll say 2.
Okay, all right. So that's 3. There's 3 things.
Well, that's 4. Rushing yards, passing touchdowns, points, and takeaways.
Do we need to add anything else?
I think that's good.
All right. I want you to post that up on Twitter somewhere, and so that way the receipt is there, and we can refer back to it.
You got the receipt right here. This is live. This is
see, you don't put it down in writing. I see what it is. You scared? Don't be scared, Daniel.
I got it right here.
Okay. I'm excited. That's gonna be fun. See, I need you to send that to me though to make sure I remember that. Because now I'm like gonna be paying attention to it. Oh man, dude. But you know what's fun though? The Dolphins are on a 6-game win streak, and I don't care what you say. In the NFL, it doesn't matter. Like 6 games are 6 games. We can't help who's on our schedule, but we're winning, and we're pulling out wins. And that's what you need to do to get into the playoffs and to be a really good team. But, yeah, man, I think that – I think. By the way, somebody just wrote, I'm a casual, but 100 on the Dolphins to win by 14. I think that the Dolphins are going to win by 8.5 points plus.
8.5 points plus.
What's do they have the spread on the game?
Yes, +3 Saints right now.
Yeah, it's going to be more than a touchdown and an extra point.
Really?
Yes.
Y'all are confident, man. I mean, and rightfully so, because Taysom Hill, I'm not like, if Tua doesn't turn the ball over, I think that the Dolphins. I mean, but the thing is, like, this team doesn't make anything easy, which is why, like, I wouldn't 8 points, a touchdown. Why would I say? I wouldn't say that. I would say they win maybe by like a
Daniel. I'm telling you right now, Miami. I can't wait to see what the national media has to say on Tuesday morning about our Dolphins, because that's how crazy it's going to be.
So the Dolphins, you said they're going to win by 8.
8. I think 8.5 plus. If the over under was 8, not the over under. If the point spread was 8.5, I would take Dolphins to win by more than 8.5 points.
If they were -8.5.
If they were -8.5.
Okay. I like the confidence. It's right. It's right. It's rightful confidence. I would say that,
And so far, Daniel, who's been right for 6 weeks in a row? Say his name. Say Stephen D. You've been right for 6 weeks in a row.
Hold on. I think most people thought the Dolphins were going to win. Like, the only game I didn't pick them to win was the Ravens game and the Panthers game, and I was wrong on that. Very wrong on that. But I think most people were like, yeah, they're going to win. Like, especially after the way they played against Baltimore. It was like, yeah, man, they can definitely win. Like, but again, it's off the strength of the defense. The offense is playing very well. But
I want everybody that's watching right now, y'all better make sure y'all come back on Tuesday and show me some love. That's all I want is the love up here on Tuesday when you're like, man, Steven, you were right. You hit on all of them. You were right about the rushing yards, the turtle, everything.
I hope the Dolphins don't lay an egg on for your sake. I really hope they don't.
They not. They not, man. I'm trying to tell you. I'm Stephen D. Hey, look, real quick, just a couple more things. The playoff scenarios are crazy right now. Yeah. I mean, everybody is just so I think they're still 22 teams within one game of each other. Is that right?
I think there's 12 teams in the AFC that have 6 or 7 losses.
That's insane. Have you ever, do you remember a time that it's been this tight?
I mean, they said that this is the first time this happened since 2002, and I was 5, so no.
And I was 5.
I was in 2002.
Yeah, man. I just think that the Dolphins, look at that Dolphins Musketeer, 34-10. I like it. I like it, Dolphin Musketeer. I look at it right now, and I just think that the Dolphins are set up for success to win. The schedule helps us. I'm not scared of anybody on the schedule, Patriots included. And I don't think we need a lot of help. We need a little bit of help, but it's not a lot. It's not a lot. It's not outrageous. The way that all these things are set up.
Like you said, if the Bills win the division, then I think the Dolphins will be good if they win the next 3 games. I mean, you read Barry's story. I read Barry's story. If the Bills win the division,
it's 99 point something %. So we're in if that's the case. And
I mean, well then now you're saying that for sure. Now you're saying for sure. You're completely certain the Bills are going to beat the Patriots.
No, I'm not. Sure.
Exactly. So it's like
it's funny, man. Like
if the Patriots beat the Bills, then you have a really tough situation. Because I'm looking. I mean, I got the standings right up, and it's like, I mean, you need the Bengals to win the AFC North. It looks like the Colts. It looks like the Colts and the Titans. Whether it's flip-flopped, whatever, whoever wins the AFC South, the other person's probably going to get one of those wild card spots. The Chargers are going to get one wild card spot. So you're really fighting for one wild card spot. At the end of the day, that's what it seems like. It's like you got.
I mean, all right. So Indy, LA, and Buffalo are all 8-6, and there's still an 8-6 team, Baltimore, right? So yeah. Baltimore, and they're on the outside looking in.
Correct.
We own the tiebreaker over Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
And Buffalo and Indy own the tiebreaker over us. So we need Buffalo to lose.
Vegas does too.
We either need Buffalo to win out, right? That includes the New England game. And we need New England to lose 2 out of their last 3, which would be against Buffalo and against us.
But you got Vegas. Huh? So Vegas is in there too. Vegas has the same record as the Dolphins, and they beat them.
Vegas is not. Vegas, like, look.
I mean, if we're gonna say the Dolphins are still in there and doing projections, we got to do the same for the Raiders. The Raiders got the same record.
Vegas's last 3 games are Broncos, Colts, Chargers. They're losing 1, if not 2 more games right there. Vegas isn't better than.
I like how we talk about all these scenarios. We're just kind of like penciling in Dolphins win the next 3 games. Still got to win those games.
I get it, and people give me a lot of crap for that. But Stephen D has been right for 6 weeks, and I'm going to be right for 3 more after that. Actually, make it 4, because when we get into the playoffs, we're winning a playoff game too. I don't care who it's against.
That Titans game is going to be interesting. I might, like, to be honest, I mean, of course, it's a Monday night game and whatnot, so that's a big game, but I'm really looking forward to that. Because I don't think Henry's going to be back, but they're still going to have probably 80.
Yeah, they said that there's a rumor saying they're going to shut him down for the rest of the regular season.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't sound like he's going to come back for that game, but I still think it's going to be interesting. I think the Titans game was really like the most interesting game left on the schedule, just because of the Tannehill storyline.
And I'm not gonna sugarcoat the Patriots game either, right? Like the Patriots. They're a division rival. They have our number. Belichick knows how to play us, but Tua knows how to beat Belichick too. So, you could take either or in that scenario. You could take 20 years of getting our butt whooped, or you could take 2 years of Tua knowing what to do to take care of Belichick. I'm going with the 2 years of Tua. Okay.
That's a small sample size.
I know that's a very small sample size, but I'm hopeful.
I hear you.
I'm hopeful. What do you got going on, man? Tell the people where they can find you and your podcast and all that fun stuff.
Well, yeah, it's a Monday night game, so we got an extra day's worth of content for y'all. First off, if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can find me at Daniel Oyefusi, just like you see it right below.
Go follow him on Twitter. His Twitter is great. I'm telling you, I love Twitter, by the way. Last night, I'm watching the game, and somebody said about who was the player playing out of the University of Regina. And,
yeah. I was looking at my. Yeah,
he said the university. It sounded like he said the University of Vagina, and Twitter did not let me down, Daniel. Twitter did not let me down. As soon as it happened, I went straight to Twitter. I typed in the words University of Vagina, and it was marvelous. Twitter was I love Twitter. If y'all want, I'm telling you, Twitter's my favorite out of all of them. Twitter's my favorite.
I love and hate Twitter, but yeah, you can find me on there. Miami Herald, MiamiHerald.com, the Miami Herald app. If you just interested in the sports stuff, we kind of have like an a la carte sports pass. Just go on MiamiHerald.com, get more information about that. And then obviously every Wednesday we have the Dolphins in Depth podcast. You can get that anywhere where you find podcasts, so Apple, Spotify. You can even go on the Miami Herald website and listen to it there. So again, it's an extra day of content. I know it's a holiday week, Christmas on Saturday. I'm gonna still be working to push out this content for you guys. So hopefully, you guys, click subscribe and got some good stuff for sure.
Dude, we got football tonight, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Sunday and then Monday. Crazy,
bro. It's like forget Tuesday. Like we don't even care. Like Wednesday's not important to us no more.
Yeah. We got some bowl games too. I was about to say my alma mater, University of Maryland, Pinstripe Bowl next week
at Yankee Stadium.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is that one game you wish you could go to? Because that's pretty dope that they're playing in that. By the way.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's funny. I haven't been to I covered them when I was a senior.
And Tua's little brother plays for them.
Yeah, that's my guy, Talia. Yes, sir. That's my guy. But yeah. I root from them from the comfort of my couch, the couch behind me, and it'll be good for sure.
Did that couch make the move with you from Towson to Miami?
This is man. I moved out of my parents' crib, so this is all new.
You're like, all right, I gotta get new stuff. You got a futon.
I think I know
every bachelor. What does your bachelor pad have that every bachelor pad must have?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm still like I just got like the basics in here. And then, like, I
got a microwave. I got a refrigerator, and I got a couch.
Yeah, like I pretty much just stopped afterward. I think, like, I'm a big music guy, so I think I'm gonna like get some speakers after the season ends. I'm gonna put a little keyboard behind me. Try to I'm a big music guy, so I need to like definitely like pimp it out. Like I gotta.
We might have to have Pimp My Cribs.
Yeah, exactly.
On Miami
Sports.
We're good. All right, we're here today with Daniel on Pimp My Crib. You've officially been pimped. For people that don't know, MTV was the crap back in the day. Loved MTV. Get out of here, man. Go have fun today. And write down that stuff and send it to me so I can make sure I can blast you on Twitter as each one is checked off on Monday night.
All right, we're gonna see. We're
gonna learn today. All right, Daniel, be good, man.
Yeah, same to you. See it.
All right, Daniel Oyefusi of the Miami Herald. I love that man. Like he is the man. He is the man. We had a great conversation this morning. It's definitely the best way to do it. But I haven't talked to y'all in a little while, and I'm sure you guys want to talk to me. Before I get started on everything, I do want to remind y'all, please hit that like button. Hit it, tap it. We have 44 likes. We have 100 of y'all watching. Hit the like button. I'm not playing with y'all. Hit it. Hit it right now. Hit the like button. Tap it. Double tap it. Double tap. Double tap. Make sure you guys donate to the channel. Help the channel grow. Use the YouTube Live Super Chat or PayPal or Cash App. Okay? Even if it's $1, it goes. If everybody donated $1, it goes to helping the channel grow. So make sure you guys do that. Got a lot of cool stuff coming on. All right, I'm sure you guys want to talk. So let me go ahead and get the link and invite you all to come on, and we can do a little bit of Dolphin chat right here on the #1 Miami fan morning show. Clock blockers, flip floppers. You already know. You already know. Hey, you guys have not hit that like button yet. Hit it. Tap it. Let's go. All right. I'm going to wait for a couple of y'all to come on so that way I can bring everybody on all at one time. We're going to do a big panel today because I know y'all missed a big panel. No yelling over each other either. Not dealing with that this morning. All right. First three. Polo. Estefan. 1, 2, 3, 4 Eps. John Christalakis, EM Baller. Put yourself on mute if you are not talking. Alexander Diaz and Pamela. What's going on, everybody?
What's going
morning. Good
on,
morning.
everybody? Good morning. Merry Christmas.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Welcome back,
I-
Steven.
I got to get it off first, Steven.
I'm ready. I'm listening.
Look, man, I love the game Saturday because it was a divisional game. These guys faced adversity as a team. Overall, they played good. Our offensive line showed up, out in space. They still need work, blocking in the run game. But, I mean, for the most part, you know what I mean? They gave enough lanes for Gaskins and Duke to go off, man. And Tua did his thing. I saw improvement again. The numbers don't say that, but I don't know. I don't get it. I think people criticize this kid when they're not supposed to, and they don't give him credit when there's. It's backwards thinking for me. That corner route that he hit Parker on, man. I love that throw. That go route to Isaiah Ford, and even the slant. It was a little bit behind Parker for the touchdown. That was dope too. Of course, that angry run that he had. Man, I got to give Tua credit. I don't give a damn about the numbers. That's a part of
Swear
a quarterback.
jar.
That's a part of a quarterback that's developing, and that's he's going to take his lumps. That's just a part of the process. But I enjoy watching him develop. I just want to see where this is going to go towards the end of the year. For this week, I don't have a lot of criticism for the guy because I know he's going to get criticized. But I mean, I can't go that route because he did things that I've been wanting to see him do week to week. He's always doing something different, using his legs. Even the touchdown pass to Christian Wilkins. He's backpedaling to throw that. He's got a guy in his face. A lot of guys, it's not going to happen for him. So,
That was
man,
actually a good catch by Woods.
I really don't care about the numbers because I guess I'm just not a stats guy all the time. For some reason, I look at what they're actually doing out on the field. So, that's what matters most to me, to be honest. So, good morning and Merry Christmas to everybody. I'll listen to y'all's takes.
Merry Christmas, Esther. Let me piggyback off what you said, man.
Esther.
Let me piggyback off what you said, Esther. I'm in the same predicament as you. The first quarter went down. My girl was like, I'm going to go shopping. Because I just, my jaw dropped. But if you remember Steven Daniels, when we played the Jets last time, MetLife TakeOver, I said Duke Johnson had a couple carries and they need to play this guy more. He runs with aggressiveness. And I predicted it. I said it, and now it's happened. It's come to fruition. The firm of Johnson and Lindsay is now in full effect. Gaskins can be our Gio Bernard. And like Esther said, Tua made some horrific mistakes. But listen, everybody's come off vacation and had a bad Monday. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So he had some rust. But what I liked is that usually in a Dolphins game, if you've been a Dolphins fan for years, when we're down by that amount of points, it's over. We're not coming back in the fourth quarter. Yeah. But Tua fought through adversity, through some bad throws. He owned up to it, and then he ran hard. And some of his best throws were in that game. That Devonta Parker throw, that post, that or corner route, whatever you want to call it. That Isaiah Ford might have been my favorite throw I've ever seen him throw. And when he got aggressive and trucked that guy who didn't want to obviously rough the passer. But, yeah, I mean, Tua fought through adversity. Like I said, man, everybody's come off vacation and had a rusty Monday. It happens. Look at Brady, man. He even threw his Microsoft tablet. That got picked off by the Saints. So, I mean, it is what it is, I mean, I'm still a Tua believer. Like Esther said, I like what I've seen. He's still progressing. And I just want to say that I predicted Duke Johnson. I did. Thank you. Merry Christmas to everyone, and I love to hear you guys' takes.
It's funny. My bad. Go ahead.
I was going to say, did you all see Robert Hunt pick up Duke Johnson and throw him for another 2 yards?
Yes.
Oh, my God. I hope he doesn't do that again. Hey, but listen, it's, a great take on the Epson, Estefan. Those are great takes. But, I actually am a little concerned you know, with his throws outside the numbers. And I said this to Cameron yesterday on the panel on the one-on-one yesterday too. His arm strength may have taken a huge dip with that hip injury, and I mean, because that pick six was just I don't know what to say about that. His arm strength, his arm strength, he lost a lot of arm strength in
it
there.
was a bad play, right? Like it was bad. But again,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna kill the guy over a bad play like that. Like
yeah,
he doesn't do that often. It's not something he regularly does.
exactly.
And I think he was trying to be a little aggressive, because you should have threw the weight. But I'm not.
He stared down the receiver too a little bit.
Yeah, but
as
we
well.
can
And that's something he doesn't do.
we can Monday morning quarterback it all we want, right? It was.
Yeah,
But he still came back. We drove the team downfield, and he won. And Tua gets credited with that. I'm sorry, he's part of
Facts,
that.
Steven. Facts.
Hey, y'all, I don't.
You know, but it's just funny. I'm sorry to cut you off, man. I apologize. I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, no.
But,
I just wanted
but
to
it's
say
just
real
funny
quick
how
the ball placement on that Isaiah Ford catch, that go route, man. I mean, it was so pretty, y'all.
It was
that was my favorite throw from Tua.
It was
That's
it
what
was beautiful. It was beautiful.
It was a dime. Hey,
it was a dime.
Hey, let Pamela go. Pamela, take yourself off mute and go ahead.
Go, Pam. I'm sorry.
Hey guys, how we doing?
Pamela, I miss you.
We miss you.
Thanks.
Miss you, Pam.
Pamela, I'm starting to think you don't love me no more.
No, I love you and I love all you guys. I was really, really sick. Like, I mean, real sick. I didn't have COVID. They tested me, but
I hope you feel better. I hope you're feeling better.
I feel so better.
Do you think you had it, even though you were tested for it and they said no? Do you think you had it?
No, it was it was real nasty, but it wasn't COVID. I mean, I was
flu's going around.
Yeah, they said it wasn't that either. I have lupus and rheumatoid arthritis, so I have a compromised immune system. And my husband got sick out at work, and within 3 or 4 days, I was sick. I can't fight anything, but except for y'all, I can fight y'all. But
you punched me pretty hard,
That's
Pam.
pretty
I
good.
don't know.
That's right. I can fight like that. But yeah, I feel so much better, and it feels great to hear y'all and be able to talk to y'all and tell you just how awesome that game was. The second half, I'm telling you, that was beautiful. And yes, Tua made some mistakes, and I was like, "Dang, boy, who you throwing to?" But when he absolutely lambasted that defender,
that was the greatest thing ever. And let me interrupt you real quick, Pamela. When he made that play and trucked that guy, when he trucked him, the entire stadium went bat. You know what? Crazy.
And he got up and he went crazy, man.
And then
And he flexed. He flexed after that.
And they replayed it in the stadium multiple times. And I'm telling you, there are some moments you don't forget, right?
Right.
That is
You know,
one
he
of those
apologized for that, right?
I'll remember for some people. There were people. I was in the corner suite, the Miami, the University of Miami corner suite, and there were people that were like, "I'm sold. I'm sold on Tua now. I'm sold." Like it made them fall in love with them because people like to see that stuff, man.
Well,
I want to know my quarterback can do that.
You know, he apologized. He apologized after that.
Because that's who he is. But
that's
go ahead, Pamela.
He actually did.
Pamela, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Okay, so you can ask Shake Money because he was on my stream. I went bonkers. I was laughing so hard. And then when I see him do his flex and he gets that look on his face, I'm like, you know what? So his passes were off a little bit. So what? He brought up another side of his game. And I thought he just showed every Miami Dolphin fan his heart and his drive to win. And he said, I'm done being hurt. I'm here to play. Watch me now. I Yes, I loved it so much.
Agreed. That was somebody, when he got up and he celebrated, that was somebody you knew wanted to win and wanted to play NFL football. It was absolutely a breath of fresh air to see somebody so into the game and so ready to come back and win and not defeated from what he did, the mistakes that he made. He was ready to play, and that I love seeing that.
Me
Pam,
too.
you're absolutely right.
Did anybody that was at the game? All right, I want to ask people at the game when Elijah Riley was.
Alexander, you got a bad beeping noise in your background, bro. I had to mute you. It was bad, just so you know.
Sorry about that. I mean, my bad. Let the people that are at the stadium or saw the game. Did anybody? Has there been any updates on Elijah Riley when the Jack player that was stretching off the field?
Let me look.
I felt kind of bad. I felt so bad for the kid.
I have no idea.
Yeah, that was friendly fire too.
Yeah, that was he cried with his own team.
Yeah, they said he's okay after being evaluated. He was okay.
All right, that's good. But yeah, I mean, I was really impressed by how Tua just came back right after that. I mean, but then again, here's the thing: Tua cannot have a bad game according to everybody, right? Justin Fields doesn't get ratted on as much as Tua does.
Absolutely.
And Justin Fields looks bad.
Pamela, look at Shake Money's comment. Pam, all heard was leaf blower in the background.
Oh, that's right. My husband, for some reason, decides to use the blower during every game. I'm like, what are you doing?
You're like, we're over here trying to watch the game. You're over here trying to blow leaves. The one time the honey-do list doesn't have to be done is during the Dolphins game.
That's exactly right. And he knows it. I swear I think he does it on purpose. I'm surprised they could hear it so bad. I did have my doors closed and stuff, but yeah, they could hear it.
Something that Alexander said is interesting, that he's concerned with Tua's arm strength. And I know a lot of people on Twitter and on social media are saying the same thing, but you see him sometimes do these weak throws, but then you see him sometimes throw these balls to Matt Collins, Devonta Parker, a beautiful floater to Isaiah Ford. I mean, and then sometimes he just has such zip on the ball. I think that Tua is a guy that's going to need another year or so. It's not just going to be right away.
Yeah, I agree with you right there. I've said
another year.
That's true. He also missed Wilson on the deep.
Yeah, it was underthrown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then he threw a beautiful ball to Parker between two defenders.
Yes.
I mean, you can't say his arm strength's in question when he throws a ball like that. That's all you need from a quarterback to win a game, is that throw, and the throw to Isaiah Ford, unbelievable.
Well, what do y'all think about this point? So, to me, it looked like when the entire team came out, especially first quarter, but, a lot of the first half, it looked like they were shaking cobwebs out between their ears.
And it's funny that you say that. So in the beginning of the game, I was sitting in the deep end with Gorilla Luke, Del Freaky, and all the rest of the super fans out there in the deep end. And I remember, talking with them, and I was like, hey, look, I said, we're after a bye week.
Yep.
Like it's gonna happen, right? Like
yep.
We got down 10-0. No, I don't think that has anything to do with coaching. I think it was after a bye week. Yep. We had the roster was crazy already because of everything.
Yep.
And they had to go through a bunch of different people with COVID.
Exactly. The moment they got into it, though, they were fine.
Yeah,
exactly.
They were fine. Like I said, everybody's had a vacation where they come back Monday to work and they've had a bad Monday. It is what it is.
It is, exactly. And so I think that applied to Tua also. So, hadn't really been getting the throws out there as much, the whole thing. So he was shaking out the cobwebs, but he shook them out big time, and he shook them all over that defender.
The only points that the Jets scored after being up 17-7 was the pick six.
Yep.
We shut him down after
Oh,
that.
yeah, that's true.
And we
I
had
didn't
what?
think about
6
We
sacks,
shut him
Steven?
down after that.
6 sacks, Steven?
Was it? Was
In
it
the
that many?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was 6 sacks. I remember at one point I remember one point before the last sack they had like 5, I think.
Like I said, man,
I
the
think,
thing is,
yeah.
back in the past, if the Dolphins were down by
Jerome
10,
Baker got 2 sacks. Andrew Van Ginkel got 1. Brandon Jones got 1. That's 4. Emmanuel Ogbell got 1. That's 5. Zach Seiler got 1. That's 6.
6,
6
yep.
sacks.
Like I said, back in the past, if you were down by 14 or 10 and you were a Dolphins fan, you knew the game was more than likely over. That's the main thing about this game. We were down. It did not look good. It didn't look like we had any chance whatsoever. And we fought through adversity, the entire team, and we won the game. And that's all that matters right now, because back in the day, we would have never won that game. With Tannehill, with any of those people, we would have just
I want you to listen. After their final touchdown, which was where's it at? Where was their
The
final?
QB sneak.
Their final touchdown was 17. Was it here? 1, 2. All right. It was with 4 minutes. At what time was their second quarter touchdown? I'm trying to see on the clock.
I don't remember exactly. I know it was to Eccles.
All right, there we go. Their final touchdown was at 9 minutes and 30 seconds in the second quarter. Right? After that, their drives, 8 plays and a punt, 5 plays and a punt, 8 plays and a punt, 4 plays and a fumble, 4 plays and a punt, 5 plays and a punt, 5 plays, turn the ball over on downs. We shut them down for two quarters plus 8 minutes.
Yep.
We shut them down.
And Alexander, going off that, what Steven just said, you have to commend B-Flow for his second half adjustments.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah, I even said it yesterday. I even said it yesterday, Cameron. I'm starting to turn the corner on that.
It's Epps, but
with that Brian Forrest, I'm really starting to turn my
his second half adjustments.
flip-flop my statement there.
They showed he went into halftime, he adjusted, and he basically Zach Wilson didn't do anything after that. So he's coaching. He's out there coaching, man.
Roadrunner says, give credit when it's due. The offensive line kept Tua upright the whole game, plus the running game. I think I'll be real. The offensive line has gotten progressively better.
Yep.
Since the since the Houston game.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, every week it has gotten better. That is what, by the way, everybody's like, Steven, you're being a homer if you think that we're going to do what we're going to do to New Orleans. I'm basing it off data. We have not given up more than 10 points minus the Jets. We shut them down for 2.5 quarters. Okay? And when you really look at it, the Dolphins at the end of the day are the hottest team in football. So why wouldn't I think that the Dolphins couldn't take care of business?
Also, think of what Javon Holland and Jalen Waddle, rookies, are going to want to do on a primetime Monday night game.
I'm telling you, it's going to be a coming out party. It's like, I'm telling you, the Dolphins are going to win big.
This is Waddle's chance to show the world that he's offensive rookie of the year after what Mac Jones did. Hey.
Yep. And I haven't been wrong for 6 games, just so everybody knows.
No, you have not, Stephen D. You have not. Hey, I got a quick question to bring to the panel here. Let me ask you a question here in regards to Duke Johnson. Is what we saw Sunday a result of fresh legs, or do you really think that
Duke is good?
Continue.
You're trying to say that the Jets' defensive line is not that good?
I'm not saying. I think they're I think they're third. What are they? 28th against the run. 27th?
Duke does have fresh legs because he's been a
run?
third stringer his entire career. But let me tell you something.
But he's been more of a pass catcher.
But let me tell you
Running
something.
back.
This guy's elusive, man. I saw it in the Jets game, not this Jets game, but the last Jets game. I think he had 2 or 3 carries, and every one of them he fought forward. And I said we need to run Duke Johnson.
Yes, he did.
And Pete said before the game, Pete also said, "Don't even give it to let Duke Johnson run loose." I remember that. And Duke Johnson, I think he's a product of going through his career, not being a starter, and he does have fresh legs, and he's actually a good running back.
Well,
he has
and
great
also,
vision.
if you
He has
think
great
about
vision.
it, if you think about it, the Jets, I mean, it's an NFL team. You can't discount a team because it's an NFL team. He is playing against top players from around the country, and the Jets, that they're going to throw and did throw the kitchen sink at us. They played probably their best game all season against us because they want to beat us so bad. It's a rivalry game. Those games are always going to be tough. I don't think you can discount Duke's performance because it was against the Jets.
No, not at all. Shout out to Shake Money for a $5 donation. He said, while we were out here giving love to the coaches, show love to our offensive line coach, Pepe Le Pew. Should get credit for this offensive line.
That's right, Shake. The
best thing about Duke is yards after the first initial contact. His second level is just
great. Great. He was breaking tackles left.
That's
and
what
right.
I'm saying. When he first makes contact,
I tell you, the vision
was
awesome.
We got to get rid of Jesse Davis, bro. Those penalties killed us. If we're gonna make the playoffs, we cannot have him on this offense.
He won't be back next year. Don't worry.
I about to say I don't think he'll be back next year, but I think that he's here for this year. He's here for the rest of this year, and I don't see him not being here. I think he's better than what we have. And here's Christolakis. Those penalties hurt. You're right, but at the same time.
He only had one penalty.
I don't think that. I think when I say the offensive line got better, the entire offensive line has gotten better. That includes Jesse Davis.
Yes.
So I don't want to sit here and throw him under the bus over these last few games. They've been pretty good.
The offensive line is starting to mesh together. You can see progression with this offensive line. They're starting to learn each other's tendencies. They're starting to play better. And switching Austin Jackson to guard was huge because it looks like he played pretty good. I'm not going to say he didn't. Before, I would never even started him on any NFL team.
Hey,
well,
who's got their tools in the background? Somebody turn off their mic.
I think the biggest thing is that they're starting to create holes for the running backs, and you saw that with Gaskins, and you saw that with
Jesse Davis only had one penalty though.
Yeah,
there was only one penalty on the offense the whole game.
At third, and that's the one that put us, I think, at what was that?
Yeah, but I mean,
but Alexander, you can't rip Christolakis for saying that because the reality is
I'm not ripping him for saying that. I'm not saying Jesse Davis is the greatest player on this earth. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that he's awesome. I'm just saying he's serviceable. He's a serviceable backup at best. He could be that sixth man that especially next season when we're bringing some more talent on that O line.
I say
Alexander,
get rid of him.
Go whoop them kids right now. Say stop yelling. I'm on clap blockers right now.
Get rid of Jesse, man. Get rid of Jesse.
Hey, just remember
one thing. Rid of him.
Hey, Duke did against the Jets what we couldn't do 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago against them.
Exactly.
That's true.
That's
Christian
a
Wilkins,
really good point.
If you think about it, Miles Gaskins only had one good run.
Todd said it. That's why it's a good point.
Christian Wilkins has more touchdowns than Will Fuller, Preston Williams, and Albert Wilson combined. Let that sink in for a second.
Well, I mean, hey, he used to play offense. I mean,
and he has more dance moves than they do.
The guy looked like Jerome Bettis out there. Did you see him?
And he's playing every week. He's
and
not
I like
missing
that
games with injury.
I like that Esta pointed out what a beautiful throw under duress Tua threw to Christian Wilkins.
I tell you that's actually a great catch by Wilkins.
Because
I'm not going to lie about
it was
that.
right in the bread
Lamar
basket.
Jackson
If he would have
cannot make
dropped it,
that
I would
throw.
have been upset.
Lamar Jackson cannot make that throw. You saw it again with Mark Andrews.
Yes.
Hey,
yes,
but you
good
do.
point.
Hey, you do know on that play it was an offsides too up the middle. That's why the pressure was on
Yes.
to it like that.
And he still floated it perfectly. Right, Todd.
Speaking of
Absolutely.
Lamar Jackson,
He pulled his arm away from the defender to throw the ball. The guy had a hold of his shoulder when he went to throw that to Wilkins.
Speaking of Lamar Jackson,
I want to bring something up as well. There was a
Hold on.
It was earlier in the game.
Alexander, hold up.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Our defense needs to learn how to tackle. I mean, we made Zach Wilson look like Lamar Jackson with all those shakes that he was pulling off, and it's just they got to stop using their shoulders to tackle people.
Yeah,
and like Brandon Jones
that's my
did on that
concern
sack.
for the New Orleans game, because even in the second half, y'all saw, they were beating us with their run game, and that New Orleans game, Kamara's real, y'all. I mean, he's a different type of player. He's not. I understand that we did good against the Ravens, but this guy is something different, and they have a good offensive line, so that concerns me. I'm not going to lie, and their defense is very good.
I agree.
You know what I mean? They have the perfect defense to shut us out. So, but we're going to see, how much we've improved in the run game, because, the Jets, their starting defensive tackle was out, and I think the only legit linebacker that they got that I respect is Mosley.
They have
had a
another
decent
guy.
game against us, but
they have another linebacker too that's pretty good. I
Yeah.
can't think of his name. That young guy who's next to Mosley is really good.
Yeah,
he's pretty good too.
That was a linebacker. My dad was telling me about him because he's a Jets fan.
The key to winning.
I think once Duke got to the second level, he just showed a different style of running that we're not used to. If you've played that position, he falls forward. Once he passes the initial line of scrimmage, his head, it's like they're top heavy. That's a different style of running that we haven't had. And then they're all different. And then you have Lindsey. He's just like aggressive as hell. He's an aggressive runner.
Did you hear what you just said though? He actually got to the second level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I still think Miles Gaskin's the better runner though. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh no!
I think Miles is the better runner though.
No way.
Well, when it comes to
Gaskins
runners,
doesn't hit those holes
when it comes to the running back
It's a
position,
hole.
though, you got to go with the guy that suits your offensive line the best. And right now, the hot hand is Duke Johnson, man. You got to put DJ in, man.
But it's
that's the guy to go with right
committee.
now.
It's by committee. Look at what Diehard Dolphin said. Look at what Diehard Dolphin said, and he said it earlier too. He's got them listed, the three of them, running back by committee. If we do that, I mean, we're talking, wow, we are gonna have a run game.
Hey, the one thing though, Gaskins does not have the vision, and Duke is a better blocker.
Hey, I want to say hello to Batman2423 from the Miami Sports Fanatics podcast. What's up,
Batman?
man?
Hey, Batman. Good morning.
Batman, what's up?
Good morning,
Batman.
family. Good morning, Stephen. How's everybody doing today?
How's everybody?
Good. How
How are you
about
doing,
yourself?
We're
doing
happy being
amazing, man.
500 again.
I'm blessed. I'm happy.
What's going
I'm feeling good. Dolphins victory. Can't wait for Monday. Positive vibes. Everybody's friendly. I love this.
Hey, who's all up for a victory Tuesday next week?
That's right.
Hey, Steven, are you doing a special Monday night show or what?
You know what's funny? I haven't talked about this to my wife, but I'm actually thinking about doing a live stream with her for the game on Monday night.
Oh, that'd be great. Steven, if you do it, I'm tuning in, I promise.
That would be awesome, yeah.
So,
it's about time you did a live stream.
I'll be honest with you. So 2 reasons I don't really do it. So number one, it's a lot of work to do. So
Yes,
shout out to Pamela, shout out to Doug, shout out to Reason, shout out to TD, all y'all who do that, because it's a lot of work. That's one, right?
It is.
And
Yes.
number two, I put a lot of work into the pregame show. So I feel like I'm good with the pregame show, right? Like that's I'm good with the niche. That's where I'm comfortable with. But I feel like this is a Monday night game. I feel like there's a little bit different atmosphere if I can get the kids to bed early. I feel like, this might be the game where I have to do a live stream. And I don't
do what my
them
grandma
often.
used to do, Steven. She used to put cream de menthe, the peppermint liqueur, on my vanilla ice cream.
That's because you were a bad kid.
Puts you right to sleep, bud.
Every time he smells
All
mint,
I know
he gets
is that
sleepy.
on Monday night, I will have no kids here. My wife and my kids are all going to Texas for Christmas. And I'm going to be here by myself for the whole Christmas break up until the 29th of December.
You're welcome to
So I'll be
join
here
my
watching the
stream
game.
because you won't be alone on my stream.
I would definitely.
You won't be
I
alone,
would
man. You got
definitely do
family.
that.
You know what that game showed me Sunday?
What?
Was that Tua is actually unbreakable. You throw a pick six, and you come out the next drive and you lead them down the field for a touchdown.
Yeah.
That right there shows so much. So many quarterbacks, you throw that pick six, game's over.
Agreed,
Let's just take it one game at a time.
Hold on. Who just said they wanted to add?
It was me, Batman. Todd, I just wanted to add to that. You know what that is? There's a lot of players. See, look, I'm not to get into the whole basketball conversation, but Kobe Bryant, one of my idols, he had that mentality. You could mess up down the court. You could mess up 5 plays in a row, but if you still can go to the next play, forgetting about the errors you committed, and that's just gonna make you elevate to another level. And that's what Tua is doing. That's what you were saying right now, Todd.
Yep. That's
You
why
remember,
Brett Favre made the Hall of
Kobe.
Fame, man.
What you said about Kobe, his first game. How many air balls did he have, and he came back out?
That Utah game, the first playoff game, he had like 7 air balls.
And that's why Brett Favre's in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Because he threw 6 interceptions. His coach said, "I'm gonna have to pull you, Brett." He goes, "Hey, if I throw one more, I break the record."
You know,
So,
my
I mean-
wife. My wife.
Yeah, Kobe was all right. He did that stuff unless
Kobe
it was,
was the best. Esther,
against
don't
everybody
start,
except the
Esther.
Spurs.
Kobe's the best. Is the best, man. Pure best. You know, if there was the last shot, I had to give it to somebody, it would be Kobe.
Michael Jordan, but then
And
Kobe.
but you know what else it shows? You know what else it shows about him? He kept his team in it. He kept his guys focused on going down the field. They
And it's
weren't all
not-
dwelling on the play that just happened or looking,
Exactly.
Did anyone catch the audio that Tua was mic'd up, but when he threw that touchdown to Parker for the lead? Did anybody catch that audio that he had?
Yeah, I caught it.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
What did he say?
I love
What did he
Tua's
say?
energy, man. You're so right, Batman. Whoever said that, I don't know who it was, but
I didn't hear the audio. What was it?
it was just like him just fired up, just like he was when he trucked that guy. I mean, if you saw, there's like 30, 40 seconds after he trucked that guy.
I've started to see more personality out of Tua.
He's like a rabid dog,
over
man.
the last
He
5 or 6
took
games.
in the audio. He took control of the offense. He's like, "All right, guys, listen up. This is what we're gonna do," and then he just throws.
Yeah. I do remember that. Yep.
And then he fell down, being so excited. He fell while he was cheering. He fell
Yeah,
down. And
yeah,
got
he
right
did.
back up.
Yeah.
I got to check that out. I got to say something real quick though. That I really don't think he needs to apologize. Just know within himself, like, I don't need to do that too often. But I don't think he needed to apologize. You know what I mean? It's just that's a part of the game. But I think that was a critical part of him developing as a quarterback that needed to happen to boost his confidence because he needs that going. It's all about momentum and where you're at mentally for a young quarterback. This New Orleans game is huge, y'all.
Yeah, I agree.
You have to find ways to continue to build momentum from game to game. And so I feel like some of the stuff that he did in that game is stuff that he can build on, with his confidence to be able to take into this game into New Orleans on the road because he's going to need that, y'all.
And
you got to
Tua's
be a
playing-
dog. You got to be a dog on the road, I believe man. I think that's something that if he can do it in New Orleans, he's going to be able to take that to Tennessee.
Well, there's something else that shows too, is that it builds his confidence, but it builds confidence in his teammates. And it shows them where he's at, like what I'm willing to do and what I can do. And it also shows fans, look, I got another level to my game y'all didn't even know.
Hey, real quick, I want to bring this up. I thought it's a very interesting tweet. So Tim Reynolds is a NBA writer for the Associated Press, but he lives in South Florida, and I think he's a big-time Dolphins fan. But he said, this is the third season in which the Dolphins have won 6 consecutive games, with all of those wins coming by at least 7 points. It happened in 1973. It happened again in 1984. And they went to the Super Bowl in both of those seasons.
Interesting.
Wow.
This is the third season in which the Dolphins have won 6 consecutive games. And all of those wins coming by at least 7 points.
So what are you saying, Steven? Are we going to the Super Bowl?
Bro, we're going to the Super Bowl, son.
So do I need to buy tickets? Is that what you're saying?
You might as well go ahead and purchase your room.
One game at a time.
I'm just
Jesus.
Honestly, when we are playing our best game.
Wait, didn't they win 6 in 2016?
They
won 9 in a row in 1 year.
Hey, I would want to go.
I thought they won 6. I thought they won 6 in a row in 2016.
So what he's saying is in 73 they had won 6+ games in a row. That 3 seasons in a row. It was the third season. And 84 it was the third season award. They had won 6 consecutive.
The bad part of
games.
that stat is we lost both Super Bowls.
Yeah, but you know what they say third. They say the third time's the charm. So we're gonna
win.
Hey, Steven. I would want to go to Super Bowl Road. I would want to go to Super Bowl Road just so I can go ahead and join the Big O and trash Chris Sims in front of everybody.
Hey.
Yeah.
So I need y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, if the Dolphins make it to the Super Bowl, I just need somebody to buy my plane ticket, my hotel, and my ticket to the game, and I promise y'all, I will have nonstop coverage.
And
that
Steven's
entire
plus
week.
one is going to be me.
It's a deal, Steve. It's a steal. I got you, bro. I got
plus
you.
one, Steven. That's me, bud. Hey, don't forget me, guys.
Yeah, don't forget me. I mean, I don't know about coverage.
Do we start
Hey,
to
Steven, I'll
GoFundMe
sleep
now?
in the car. I don't care. The compact, dude.
Do we start the GoFundMe now? Is that what we're doing?
Hey, bro.
Hey, did you all hear what?
I
did
take
you all
Cash
hear what
App and
Phil
I take
said?
PayPal.
Y'all hear what Phil Sims said about?
When's
Tua?
the Super Bowl this year anyway?
It's in LA.
No, what happened?
Honestly, it couldn't be in a more worse place. Todd, I'll continue. It couldn't be in a more worse place because it's over on the left side of the country, and
It's in LA, isn't it?
I
It's
know,
in LA,
yeah.
isn't it?
Everything's it'll be like nothing will be compact there. It'll all be
Well,
spread
well,
out.
Tua has a history of winning in LA.
That's true. He does. That's true. Todd, what were you saying, Todd?
Did you hear what Phil Sims said about Tua?
No, what did Phil Sims say?
He said that him throwing that pick six and coming out with that drive afterwards was big time, and that's big time for a quarterback. For
Phil
him to
Sims
give
is
more
a bum.
credit, for him to give more credit to Tua than his son does.
I'm just saying.
Did you hear what Ryan
that
Clark
is
said
true.
about Tua? He tweeted out about it. Ryan Clark had a lot of praise about Tua with that.
Hey,
with that.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna go to the Monday night game, right, against Saints, right? So you have Liam Eichenberg and Jesse Davis going against Cam Jordan and Davenport. I think it's the other defensive end.
Yeah, we definitely need to have one back set. That's all I'm saying. And by the way, we won in 73.
also-
We won in 73. We didn't lose in 73. We
Right.
won the Super
Oh yeah,
Bowl.
that was the second consecutive back-to-back.
Oh yeah, we did.
I was coming off this undefeated season.
Yep.
Well,
Listen, in order
you
for us,
know,
coming off the
in order
undefeated
for us
season.
to win the Saints game,
So-
we need to get separation. And Jalen Waddle is what is going to be the key to winning that game.
100%.
After watching the Tampa Bay Bucks,
They only have one good corner. One good corner, and that's Lattimore. Lattimore is the best corner on the whole secondary.
And I've
And
seen
that's
him.
it.
He can't keep up with Waddle.
Because their
and Waddle,
secondary.
how's he going to cover? How are they going to cover that? Between Gesicki and Waddle, that is just
Hold
too
on,
much
don't
for
forget
them.
I
Parker.
got something to say about
Hey,
Gesicki.
Parker too.
Oh, and Parker.
Parker
Oh my
And
gosh.
Matt
If the
Collins.
man's on the field, he's a beast. Love him when he's on the field.
And Matt Collins, Tua just, threw him a bad ball, in the end zone, but it's all
Yes,
right.
yes.
He's got weapons. He's got
He
weapons.
got lots of weapons and now a run game.
It's definitely doable.
So, guys,
but we need Buffalo to win out. That's the key. We got to root for Buffalo now.
If
Unfortunately,
I ain't doing none of that rooting against nobody. I just want us to win out, and if we get there, we get there, man.
The easiest scenario.
I'm with Esther. Esther, well said.
The easiest scenario that I read yesterday was we went out and Buffalo needs to beat New England this
And
weekend.
we're
That's it.
if that happens, Miami's in. Miami's
Okay,
in.
but
99%.
We don't need nothing else to happen.
I don't understand that. So what I was thinking is we would have the tiebreaker against the Chiefs if we win both games against the Chiefs. So I don't understand the thought
So
process. I'm not
what
saying
it
it's
is
wrong.
because essentially what it is, because Buffalo owns us, essentially, we have to knock out the Patriots out of the playoffs in order for us to take the number 7 seed. In fact, I think we get the number 6 seed, and I think
we get 6.
We get 6.
But see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If Buffalo loses, then we win the tiebreaker against the Chiefs.
Buffalo
if we win, because we would own
the
them.
Chiefs own the division. The Chiefs are going to get the bye.
No, I'm not saying Chiefs.
Get the number 1
I'm
seed.
saying cheats. The Cheatriots. I'm talking
Oh,
about.
the cheats. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm talking about if
Buffalo
loses,
ties with us, we get knocked out. We can't have that
exactly.
happen because
Pamela, you want the division, don't
Be
you?
there.
I want the division. I'm saying we can win the division.
Pamela wants the division.
Pamela, it would take a miracle for I think we need the Jaguars to win, and who else?
Hey,
Houston.
It's the time of the year for miracles.
It's Christmas.
Listen, if it comes down to a tie, if we win out,
The Patriots and the Bills both got to lose, but
they can't because they play each other next week.
If you want the division,
no.
Here's the scenario. The scenario is
Buffalo would have to beat New England.
Yep.
And then lose their last 2, and New England would have to lose their last 3.
And you're asking, and
well,
Buffalo's
we know they're
facing
going
the
to lose
Jags,
their last one.
for their last 2. Buffalo faces the Jags.
They're not losing their last 2. Neither of those teams.
Well, you think about it, though.
Actually, wait. New England only needs to lose 2 out of their last 2.
Exactly.
So they only need to lose Buffalo and us, which will happen.
Happen.
So we need we would then need Buffalo though to lose to who's their last 2 games against?
Jets
and the Jets and who?
The Jags.
The Jags, yeah. Like we're talking.
Since I was talking playoff, I mean, if we get in. I'd be satisfied if all we did was got in through a wild card, just to be in the playoffs. I don't care how you get there, just get in.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah,
absolutely true.
I agree with
you.
What I'm
guys,
thinking is,
but I want to make some noise.
Steven.
What's up, Todd? What's up, Todd?
I need to add in something. Guess what 2 teams the Jags have beaten this year?
Exactly, the Cheatriots
and us.
Exactly. So the Jags are capable, and so this is my thought process: is that if it comes down to a tie with the Chiefs, we win the tiebreak if we beat them, right?
Yes.
So we lose the tiebreak if it's with Buffalo. But so that's why I'm thinking that we don't want.
And you'll hear Masterworks' head explode if he gets knocked out of the playoffs.
Hey, Steven.
Oh my God!
That.
I would have to tune in just to hear
What's
that.
up?
I would.
What's up?
What's
up, Polo? What's up, Polo?
This week, right?
Say that again,
What's up,
Polo?
We could get the 7th seed after this week. Do you know who we should root for?
Actually, I do. Give me a minute, and I'll look it all up.
Well, Baltimore can go down. The Steelers can go down. We get all these teams that are in front of us.
Baltimore's not going to make the playoffs. I'm telling you right now.
Exactly.
Hey, Steven, just saying, Daniel beat you in that debate.
How does it feel to know? How does it feel to know our team's the one who basically put Baltimore on the skids down?
Basically, yeah.
That's right. It's awesome, right?
Another good thing about Monday night is Tua's played in primetime big games before in college, so that's another plus going forward with Tua.
So
he's played in the limelight before,
You know,
so he's not going to be shook. Hopefully,
I need you guys. I need your opinions on this, guys. So me and my uncle going both because my uncle is not a Tua fan at all. He thinks that Tua is not a franchise guy, never will be. All right. So I'm going back and forth with him at the game
who's
on
your uncle,
Sunday,
TD?
and he goes, Zach
Wow,
Wilson.
you did him like that.
Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson is he says that Zach Wilson is the definition of a franchise quarterback. What do you guys think
I
about
think your
Zach
uncle
Wilson?
might need to go get his eyes checked, bud.
Zach Wilson.
It's too early to determine.
Tell him that his glasses are not
too early to determine.
Yeah. If you think Zach Wilson's
And he's
better
a
than
Dolphin
Tua,
fan,
I
too.
mean, hey, bud.
There's another way that we can get in that I looked at that nobody's really talking about. So if the 49ers beat
Level 2 new,
Tennessee,
become a member, bro, and I'll make you a mod.
Okay, so if San Fran beats Tennessee this weekend, we also play Tennessee. So we would have the same record and have the heads-up victory. That would actually put us in a wild card spot. You know, you just got to look at all the scenarios. If y'all are going to talk playoffs, that's all I'm saying.
Like
Because
Esther said, man, the main thing is we went out and then let the chips lie where they may. Dude. That's simple as that. We need to win out.
All right, so week 16,
All right,
you ready? You ready? This is who we're rooting for.
Go ahead.
We're rooting for the 49ers over the Titans.
Yep.
We're rooting for the Packers over the Browns. We're rooting for the Cardinals over the Colts. We are rooting for the Bills over the Patriots. We are rooting for the Bengals over the Ravens. We are rooting for the Texans over the Chargers.
And we'll get the 7th seed.
We're rooting for, I guess, the Raiders over the Broncos.
No, Broncos over the Raiders.
No, Broncos. Raiders have to lose now.
Yeah, all right. So Broncos over the Raiders. We're rooting for the Chiefs against the Steelers. And then we're obviously rooting for the Dolphins against the Saints. So Dolphins, Chiefs, Broncos, Texans, Bengals, Bills, Cardinals, Packers, 49ers are the teams you're rooting for this week.
Hey, did you all hear Flores afterwards actually admit who's the play caller?
Yeah, he said it was Godsey, right?
Yep.
He
finally admitted it. It took how long for him to say it?
Doesn't matter. We won, bro.
I know. Brian Flores is the type of guy that's you're on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
Well, and I honestly don't think he meant for him to say it. I think it just kind of slipped out, honestly.
Slipped out.
Yeah.
But, hey, I want to see us play like a playoff game. Sense of urgency on defense. Come out in that first quarter and just pressure their quarterback like crazy.
Well, you notice that we play zone in the first quarter, like every.
Hey, guys, look who I have. Hey, I have a cool guest. Andrevius.
Oh. Hey, Andrevius.
Andrevius, we missed you.
Hey, Andrevius, you notice something? This week when everybody could be blasting Tua, they're not.
I know, right?
So I wanted to bring up a point about that. So how many times did Pansy get sacked and intercepted?
Who?
Right? This week, how many times? Like, I know 3 interceptions, Pansy.
Who's Pansy?
Who's that?
Brady. That's my nickname for him.
Well, really 4 interceptions.
I mean,
he threw his tablet.
he had
that
no
got
wide
off.
receivers. He didn't have a running back by the third quarter.
No excuses.
No excuses, and not only that, Brady can be beat. But not only can Brady be beat, there is a game plan to beat Brady. And the game plan to beat him is to knock him on his butt and rattle him. Because he was so flustered on the sideline. He was throwing.
What did you expect?
Why do you think Brady wrote a letter to the Hall of Fame about Jason Taylor? Jason Taylor used to terrorize him and knock him off his game.
You guys
I
know
agree
we were
with
the
you
only
guys,
other
but
team
then
to
again,
shut
he
him
did
out.
not have his top receivers, though.
Yeah,
that is
with
a
Nick
fact.
Saban.
No,
too.
no, you can't say that. Listen, so I got a couple of points about that. First of all, the Saints were missing more players than the Bucks were. Okay. Secondly, we were missing all kinds of players too.
Why,
So
Trey?
no excuses for him, just like there's no excuses for us. So why is it nobody's talking about how crappy Pansy was whenever, they're going to point out what Tua does?
Yep.
But it's just not right. It's not a fair assessment.
Well said,
to
Pam. And if you
trash
want to,
Tua.
You'll
that
get
pick
your
six
answer this
Tua
Monday night.
threw.
You'll get
That
your
pick
answer this
six
Monday
that-
night. We'll see.
Pam,
That pick
God.
six that Tua threw reminded me of when Brady threw that pick six to Eric Rowe when we were supposedly tanking. Same exact lob throw. So I don't want to hear anybody say Tua has a noodle arm. Brady threw the exact same throw to Eric Rowe.
Listen, the more that Tua continues to prove doubters wrong, and the more games we can win, especially on prime time, is only going to benefit us for the next season, because we're going to have a little bit more respect, and we're going to get more prime time games, which is what we're craving for. And you earn that. You need to earn that. It's not given to you. And we want those big games, and for Tua to get that respect like Brady, where they don't talk bad about him, he needs to keep winning.
Right.
Well, and also let me ask you this. How many players can go over to the other team's sidelines and talk smack and not get a flag? How many players can get in the face of a referee like that and not
Brady
get a
told him to
flag?
go F off, didn't he?
About 4.
Exactly.
Brady told the
Everybody
Saints to go
else
F off.
So
Yeah,
I got one
exactly.
question, and then I'm going to jump off. So last night I went underneath my bed, and I saw my wife's Christmas gifts for me. And one of them was a Tua Tagovailoa jersey.
So you need to, whatever she got you, up it by $100, you win.
And I
Have a good
threw
one.
a fit. I threw a fit. She's like, I asked her, I was like, why did you get me a Tua jersey? And she's like, oh, he's the best player on the Dolphins. I looked it up. I'm like, we don't even know if he's going to be here next year.
Yes, he is.
John, John, you better put that on for your girl, man.
And I'll leave this to the panel. My question for the panel is, do I keep the Tua jersey or do I return it to NFL?
You keep it.
No, hold on. Let Andrevius answer this. Andrevius, answer the question for him.
Tua's here for the long haul. Keep the jersey.
Thank you.
Hey, listen, can I add to that?
You'll be thanking her 10
No,
years
just
from
keep
now.
it. It's a part of history, because if that situation clears, you never know. And we might get a lot of primetime games if he comes through. I'm just saying.
Listen, guys. The other day I went to the mall.
Take it easy, guys.
Tua jersey.
Have a good one, John. Merry Christmas, brother.
They had this
Merry
Tua
Christmas.
jersey, the salute the troops one, the military one, which is cool, and it was in my size, and it was marked up really high in price. And I was like, I have a Tua jersey already, but I was like, damn, that jersey looks nice. But I thought the same thing. I'm like, I want to make sure that the Dolphins are 100% in, that he's the guy,
Hey, Polo, I'm going to bring you right back, Polo. Give me 1 second. I got somebody in the back room I need to bring on because he's got an update. A very important update. No, I already stay here. We have a mustache update.
Joey.
Yo, what's good?
I mustache you.
Hey, so we pulled it through. For those that don't know, I started keeping the mustache. I started growing it for fun, just to kind of be silly. I started growing it the day before the Baltimore game, not expecting anything to happen. 1 win turned to 2 wins, and here we are, 6 wins in a row. I'm touching it. We're just going to ride for the Saints game, but there it is.
So I have a question, Joey. I mustache you a question.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
So how long do you think it's gonna get?
It's starting to come down like to the chin.
Can you do a handlebar mustache yet?
I can, but I think if we get to the playoffs, I think it'll be handlebar.
I think you got to handle it before the playoffs. Can't mess
But the
with it
million,
during the playoffs.
but I'm still
No,
trying to
don't mess with it until we get to the playoffs. Okay,
I know.
don't mess
Oh,
with
I'm not
it.
even touching it
Don't
during the
mess with
playoffs.
it until we win the Super Bowl.
That's right. And even if we win out and don't make the playoffs, I still think I have to keep it for next season.
Yes, absolutely, Joey.
Now, what is your wife saying? Because I think that's the update we need. What is she
so
saying?
Everybody wants it gone after the season, regardless.
Is she willing to come on and we can mediate this?
No, no. Everybody's pretty like got. I mean, it's like a 30%. Like 3 out of 10 people like the mustache.
3 out of 10.
Joey, tell your wife she took the vows, man.
Yeah, but the wife's the most important one. So
yeah,
you
but
gotta
you
make
took the
sure.
vows, better or worse, ugly, ugly, whatever.
You guys got to understand. When I met my wife 11 years ago, she was a diehard Steeler fan. And now I have converted her. She is a diehard Dolphin fan. She has turned away from her family. So, I mean, I've already asked her to become a Dolphins fan after a Steelers.
Look, what is love? Love is sacrifice. And
That's
she
right.
needs to have this sacrifice, okay?
And if she's a Dolphin fan now, then this is where she takes one for the team.
Yes. Tell her that all of Dolphin Nation appreciates her sacrifice. And we love her.
Joey, this is bigger than you.
Her.
Yes,
Joey, here for you.
Joey, don't let them have you sleeping on the couch. Don't let them have you sleeping on the couch. Happy wife, happy life.
Bro, you better sleep on that couch while
get you a blanket, Joey.
I mean, what's bothering me, like trim it, but
Hey, Joey, tell her I mustached her a question.
Mustache. You can't come on, but the truth is, us Dolphin fans, I can't even touch it. We're so superstitious. I can't even trim it. I can't even put oils in it. I just got to let it ride like it was before, the Baltimore game,
Ride,
well,
let it ride.
Joey, on behalf of Dolphin Nation, we appreciate you doing this.
It's a baby.
Hey, baby!
Say
go Dolphins!
Little cutie.
Hey, fins up.
Yeah. Fins up. All right. Well, hey, I'll be checking back with you guys Tuesday or Wednesday morning next week after the Saints game.
Sounds good, Joey. We look.
Hey, Joey, that mustache does look good, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, bud.
Thank you. Does it look better with just the stash, or should I grow other hair around the face?
I'd go just the stash. Just the stash.
Just the stash.
Just the stash. Shave the goatee like the chin.
Yeah.
Just the stash only.
This is the longest it's ever been.
I got a request,
I think
bro.
you need a cowboy hat.
I got a
to
request,
go with
man.
that.
What's that?
Paint the left bar aqua and the right bar orange, bro.
I already considered that. That's a big no-no. I thought about that.
Joey gonna be sleeping on the porch.
Drum on the line.
All right. Love you guys. Mustache up.
Fins up, Joey.
All right, Joey. Be good.
Stash up.
Hey,
Steven.
Steven.
I love it.
Hey,
I love
Steven.
it. Polo, you're back in. My bad, Polo.
Hey, Steven.
Go ahead.
We gotta when we go unbeaten until the last game, we gotta find a way to get him to go to the Patriots game.
Bro, where does he live? Where does Joey live? Joey, where do you live, Joey? Put it in the chat.
Dude.
Adrevius, check the private chat, Adrevius.
He has to go to the game and hold his sign. I haven't shaved the stash since the Baltimore game.
He looks like he has his hands full though.
I love it though. I love it. And we've already talked about that when we went, and then we're gonna win the Super Bowl. It's gonna be crazy.
Andreas, how come you ain't growing your stash, bro?
Because Andrevius can't. Andrevius can't grow.
This is about as much as you can get from me.
He is growing his stash. That's what you're supposed to say.
Andrevius was trying to put the cha-cha-cha-cha on his mustache. It wasn't working. It wasn't working. It wasn't working. All right, guys. Ladies, let's do final thoughts of the day. Before we do, please hit that like button and donate to the channel. Help the channel grow. And make sure you guys share this link. Let people know that we're here. I think this was a great episode today. Awesome. This was an amazing episode.
It was awesome. Yeah. Loved it.
Well, I love that you all come on here each and every day and support the brand and everything. And Trey, I love you, brother. I promise you come on next time. I will keep you on. Everybody's important to me. I apologize I didn't get you onto the panel. I want you here, Trey. Don't go. But yeah, let's
I
do
wish
that.
you'd have
So
told me. I'd have gotten off for Trey.
I honestly, I need people to realize I am literally doing the producing and I'm trying to bring everybody in. And so if you look at my screen, I can't even see the bottom row of people that are here. So not on the screen, like in the back room screen here. So I don't always see who's waiting in the back room. So I apologize if I don't get you on. It is nothing personal. Trust me when I tell you it isn't. It's a lot to run to run everything and make sure it looks good and all that fun stuff. So yeah, it's nothing personal. Just know that I love you and I appreciate your support and I want your support. So with all that being said, we'll do final. I won by Christmas. Flip side. I owe a lot of people stuff that I have to mail out. A lot of people, including Miami Football Talk. And I have so much other stuff for him that I'm throwing in the thing. I'm not good at that stuff. I always end up forgetting to mail everything out. It's on me. But I promise I will get you all stuff out there. I promise.
Do it,
yes.
Steven. Give him a yes. Do it.
Yes, I will. I don't know if you'll get it by Christmas, but I will. That's what I need to do. I'm honestly need. As soon as I get off here, I need.
You'll
to go
get it by next Christmas, bud. Don't
no,
worry.
you will not get it by next Christmas. I promise you'll get. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I hope that people understand, and I know Flipside does. It's a lot to run the show by myself, and so I get so caught up with other things in my personal life and family and the show. It gets kind of crazy, and so that's no excuse. I know I owe you guys a lot of stuff, and I have it all sitting right out here in my back room. It's all stacked up, and I just need to pull myself together.
Steven, I gotta give you so much credit, man, because it does take a lot to run this show, and the way you keep your composure and of course your composure, and of course your not to get out of line with certain people, especially when they come on the panel and start getting loud. I'm actually I admire you, bro.
Alexander,
really
you talking
do.
about me, bro?
And I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Big Dripsy said 2 Tua donations and Steven giving us an extra hour. MIA, he owes all those fans. He's making excuses 2 and 4. two Tua donations. What does that mean? 2 Tua donations.
It's like a song. Tua.
I see what you did there. Giving us an extra hour. I mean, look, if y'all donate big, I'll stay on. How much for another hour? Pete wants to know. I see. I don't like giving numbers, but I don't want to.
400.
Tell him 200.
400.
Not 400.
25 cents.
No, not 25 cents either.
200.
Let's see how far. All right. Why I'm starting? I'll tell you what. I'll do one more discussion here for about 5 minutes. I'll drop because I do want to get everybody's thoughts on this, and how much y'all donate within the next 5 minutes will dictate if we do another hour or not. So donate as much as you think necessary to stay on for another hour, and we'll go from there. I want to ask you all a question, the panel. I think that the officiating has been atrocious in the NFL this year.
Oh, yeah.
Pete with the $50 donation.
Wow.
Look at Pete.
Great way to start it off.
Hey,
He
Steven.
tipping Steven like he a stripper or something.
Hey, tell that man to come backstage, and I'll be the first one to answer your question. I'll get off so he can get on.
Pete, he said, "Come on."
The guy who was waiting
Trey
backstage.
Burton. Trey Burton, get up here, Trey. This link is for you, Trey, and you can get on.
So what's the question? I'll answer it, and then I'll get off.
All right. So, I mean, look, this is. Do you think there's a conspiracy theory within there's fans that always say it's a conspiracy theory, the NFL's rigged. Or do you think the officiating's just that bad?
I just think the officiating's that bad. I really do. It's across every game. It goes against everybody. Well, everybody but Tom. But besides that, it's across the league.
Well,
It is.
I think that it's definitely bad officiating, but I think there's more to it than that. I think there is
But
a
guys,
lot of bias.
hey guys, I'm gonna get off. Merry
Todd.
Christmas to everybody.
Christmas, Todd.
Merry Christmas, Todd.
Merry
Stay
Christmas,
safe.
Todd. Have fun
Hopefully,
with
we'll
your
get
family.
our seventh in a row.
Bye, Todd.
All right, Todd.
We
I appreciate
will.
it.
I'm like flip side. He's saying here, I think it's both. I think it's both to a degree. I don't know that I think that they sit in a committee and go, yeah, this team will not be winning this year. But I do think they have hated favorites, and I think we're one of them. And I think they obviously have favorites when it comes to Kraft and, of course, Pansy. And I also think the Steelers get a lot of calls. So different teams like that. I think it depends on who's playing who. I think there is absolute bias, and you know that it's not just bad officiating just because they're horrible. When they go back in and they review something and they get it wrong twice. And for us, there were at least 2, and I think 3 phantom face mask penalties.
Yep.
The face mask never existed. So I think they don't like us, and I think they're biased against us.
I got to be honest. I think it's a money grab. The teams that have stars that are proven are always going to get favorable calls. That's in every sport.
Yep.
The only way that you break that trend is you got to outright beat the other team. You have to outplay them and prove that you're going to be the next in line for that benefit. So we haven't done that. I don't think, I mean, you could say that they hate us, but I think it's for a reason because we haven't shown up. We haven't earned it.
Die hard.
And once you earn it, you start to get those calls.
Yep.
I'm a Spurs fan. Kawhi, when he came into the league, you could tell he was a talent, and he wasn't getting those calls when he started with us. And you see now, you put a pinky on that guy when he's going to the paint, they're going to call the foul. So it's just it's all about the money for me. I think that's what it is for them.
Yep.
You got to outright. You got to just go in there.
Let me ask you. Do you think Vegas plays a factor in some of these decisions?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. It's all a money thing, bro.
Vegas is
so what I mean? They got to generate ratings. It doesn't help them when back in the day the Pistons knock out the Lakers. I'm sorry. Who did they? They knocked off the Lakers.
Watch your mouth.
No, he's making the point. He's not saying anything. And by the way, he's not saying anything. He's just saying they knocked him off, and it was a Vegas thing.
2004.
Yeah, and the thing is too about the refs, it's not just going against a team that's not doing as well. We literally have lost multiple games because of refereeing. If football is a game of inches, which I think most people can agree, if you are consistently throwing flags on 4th down and giving a team new life over and over, that will change a game. If you are consistently calling tight play for pass interference tight on one team and not on the other, that changes games.
That does change.
Can I answer that? Because I gotta jump off. Can I answer real quick?
Right.
Sorry about that. So basically, yeah, it's a little bit of what Estefan was saying, and Pam. To be honest with you, I touched on it. You got to earn respect, and it's sad. It has to be like that, but that's how it is across sports. You want to get the calls. You want to get those ticky-tack calls like Brady gets. You got to earn the respect. You got to win games. Sometimes, we edge out games because of penalties, and that affects us from actually winning the game. But at the end of the day, we need to do whatever it takes to show the NFL and the referees that we're a force to be reckoned with. And you keep doing that. We continue doing this for years to come. We're gonna get those calls. We're gonna get those calls. But yes, and I do agree, Vegas has a lot to do with it. And just signing off, guys. Steven, it was awesome seeing you. I brought Cat for Life so you could meet him. So that was cool at the game.
Yo, shout out to Cap for Life, bro. It was awesome to meet him. I wish I could have talked to him more. Sorry, Cap, if you're watching this, I didn't get a chance to talk to you more. But so excited that I got to meet you, bro.
He was excited, man. Him and Cam, he was happy, man. He was real happy. We were gonna go back, but we got complicated with the tickets. We had to go pick him up at the ticket booth for Cap. But much love, guys. If you guys didn't catch the show yesterday, we had DDW last night, and we got a show with Big E this tonight. So if you guys want to catch it tonight, much love, Steven. Appreciate it. Let's go Dolphins. Merry Christmas. I don't get to say hi to anybody else for the rest of the week, but much love. Love you guys. Happy holidays.
Nothing but love,
man.
Merry
Be good, man.
Stay
Make
safe,
sure you
man.
guys go check out the Miami Sports Fanatic show. It's a great show.
I don't mean to change your topic, but I'm kind of curious. I guess it's more of a real subject. Well, Miko Grimes had some criticism for Tua and Coach Flores last week that I don't even agree with. Like, I'm just not sold on Tua. But some of the criticism she had for that kid,
she's mad.
I don't know, man. And then some of she was calling Flores an Uncle Tom, bro.
I'm about to tell you something, Esther. I'm about to tell you something. I literally know Miko Grimes personally. She's fucking crazy, bro. Just don't listen to her, bro.
Yes,
and I just want to know.
Hey, man, you know what? You know what? Andrevis, hey, bro,
Yeah.
I'm right with you then. We don't need to talk about it because this is a sensitive subject, bro.
Let me ask you a question.
She was on K.
Yeah.
It's a sensitive subject, bro, and I don't want to piss off your viewers, bro. But you know what I mean? Like Andrevis said, she crazy, bro. I believe you. That's all you had to say.
Andrevis, do you think she has Brent on a leash? You think she has Brent on the leash?
Oh, clearly.
Listen, there are some
and Brent was
things
never that
about
good
this
anyway, so I don't know what she's talking about. Brent
If
Grimes
I
is no
told you
Hall
the
of
things
Famer.
I know about that lady, oh my God, y'all would be like, Brent
Let me tell you
Grimes
something.
is a
She got
weird
mad
guy.
on K. She got mad
Brent,
on K.
she'll probably be like, Brent will be like, listen, I'm going to go out with the guys. And Miko will be like, no, you're not. No, you're not. I'm
she got
going
kicked out
out.
of the Dolphins game and thinks that she was belligerent, drunk, and high, tried to fight the police, and she thinks it was their fault. I mean, get out of here. Not to mention she's on K. Flexen's channel sitting there. She already looked like she was rubbing her nose like she was on opioids. She's smoking weed. She's crazy.
I just want you to know these do not. I don't know her.
I've seen drug addicts, man. She was itching her nose, all kinds of stuff.
I've literally met her, hung out with her a few times.
Look at Andreas, trust me.
I think all she does is just smoke weed. I think that's all she does.
You didn't see her itching her nose and everything, man. That's opioids, bro. That's painkillers, my friend.
Because I have her on my Snapchat, right? I have her on my Snapchat, and
why?
And
this is my question.
I have her on my Snapchat, and the thing is that all she does is it's either a strip club that she videotapes at, or it's at home smoking a spliff.
Well, what
that's those are the
Everybody
two.
smokes weed, man. She's on more than weed, bro. Trust me, dude.
But yeah, I don't see the issue with that. But I think that's all she does.
You're wrong, man. Hey, Big Brad, you ain't lying, bro. These opinions do not reflect Miami sports music.
Listen.
I want no heat.
The first time I met her.
Right here, I want to say, why in the world is anybody listening to anything she has to say? She's an idiot, crazy person. And this is Pamela Carnes' opinion.
I feel like I need to get K Flexing on because Flex.
Well, and I tell him too. It's ridiculous that somebody puts her out for people to listen to. You know what? If you stop talking about her and you stop putting her on shows, she'll go away, and that's what she needs to do. Go away.
Well, she had her own show. She had her own show.
Well, yeah, but if nobody listens, she goes away.
I'm gonna be honest. I actually like Miko as a person. She's pretty cool. But the first time I met her, we got in an argument because she told me Brent Grimes was the best cornerback in Dolphins history, and I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this today. And then we argued for like an hour, and then after the argument, she was like, you know what? I like you. And then we like was cool after that. And
So Miko's been cool to solo at Miami Sports Music in the past when Brent was here. I don't think we've talked outside of there, but she had been, the very small interaction she had with us was good. Shout out to Pete with another $10 donation.
Yeah, but Lord help you if you disagreed with her, because all of a sudden she'd turn on you like a pit bull on a steak. I'm just telling you, that chick is nuts. And to give her a platform to spew all the hate and crap that she spews, I mean,
Pete's comment says, pay him over Miko.
I don't have a problem with the girl. I don't have a problem with the girl personally because I don't know her. But here's the thing. You're going to sit there and talk all this junk about Tua, this, that, and the other. Listen, man, your husband ain't that good. He was never that good. He was average at best.
He's always had. Listen, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Miko has always had an issue with the Dolphins ever since the 2015 season, Brent's last season with the Dolphins.
He ruined his
career. She's
had
an issue with us.
She always will.
She's had an issue with us since then.
Brent Grimes is a small, undersized cornerback. He's average.
I know you guys don't. Pamela might not like what I'm about to say, but Miko, you are more than welcome to defend yourself on my channel if you ever want to come and chop it up on Wildin' Out Wednesday. Matter of fact, I would love to have her on Mortal Kombat Wednesday.
Please come get me. Come get me. I'd like to talk to you about your undersized husband. Your undersized husband who can't tackle. Listen, man, he's undersized, average quarterback,
man. Take it personal with her. She gonna get mad.
Nah, he's undersized. He's average. You want to talk about Tua and all this?
I don't know. Listen, her football intellect wasn't really what got to me. That's not why I brought her up. Hold on, some of the social stuff.
Hold on 1 second, man. My bad.
It's like your husband's Night Train Lane, man.
Guys.
Hey, so Steven,
I don't think Brent is that bad of a corner. He never was.
No, he's average, Alex. That's my point.
No, I thought he was pretty good.
He's average.
All right,
but
I thought he was pretty good.
Hold on, Pamela. What are you trying to say, Pete?
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is if she were, for example, to come on here and want to battle with me or whatever, I'm going to tell you right now.
Did you just call out Miko Grimes?
No. I'm going to tell you how it is right now.
It sounded like what you just said, that you wanted that smoke.
And it's okay. So I would take her on. But here's a couple things. I am not foul-mouthed, and I would not engage in some kind of crazy conversation.
Well, see, that's how it would end up. That's how it would end up, and
then I'm out because I'm not. You can't reason with crazy. If you want to talk like a normal
Andreas, can you reason with crazy? Is that
she's not rational, bro? From some of the stuff that she said, Steven, that's why I brought it up.
What?
When I listened to that interview, I was kind of like, I really don't know this lady, but I could actually drink a beer with her. And then she just started, like Andreas said, she went off the deep end, and I was like, no, man, I don't know how many people in my circle I reached out to.
Mr. Locke said Mika Grimes is crazy. She'll show up at Pam's house at 2 a.m. to fight.
I can tell you right now, there's where she makes her mistake. I say, bring it, baby, because there you don't come up to my house.
Hey, Ennis, what were you trying to say, Ennis?
No, I was just, somebody in the comment was like, stop talking bad about her, show her some respect. But when you jump out,
by the way, go ahead, Ennis.
That ain't accurate, Steven. But when you go on a platform and talk about a team, you open yourself up for the criticism.
Facts.
So
Ennis.
she did that to herself.
She did that to herself.
Show some respect to Phil Simms and Chris Sims when the Dolphin fans were going after them. So don't try to stick up for her.
What do they say? Don't start no stuff, won't be no stuff.
I gotta say, if you want a real show, I'll go at it with her. I don't think Pamela's the one. I'm sorry, Pamela, you're too much of a sweetheart. I don't think you deserve that heat, but I'll take it. I want that smoke.
I might.
I will end that lady. and her stupidity.
It's not that I can't take the heat. It's that I don't go low. You know what I mean?
do.
I'm not going to talk
Get me
like
I will.
nasty.
I will.
As my
You'd
wife
never
would say,
find me fighting with the cops or fighting somebody. You just would never. I would never act like that.
When you
Never.
go low, when you go low, when they go low, you go lower.
Pamela, it seems like you know me so well. Fighting with the cops, all this stuff. What's going on?
No, I'm talking about what she did. How she
No, I know.
acted.
I'm saying back in my younger days.
Optimus Grimes.
Optimus
Hey,
Grimes.
Andreas, how old is that lady, Andreas? Well, maybe
I
she's
do
just
not know
young.
her
How old is
exact
she?
age.
Miko's
No,
in her
she is
40s.
older.
She's
older.
in her mid 40s to.
Yeah,
she's
that
in
we
her
cannot
mid-40s.
say
Damn,
older.
and she's
We're
that
saying
ignorant?
somebody
Oh my
mid-40s.
gosh.
I'm fixing to be 62, guys. I'm fixing to be
Pamela,
62.
She ain't bad looking, I'll tell you
you
that.
haven't aged a day over 25. You are
Thank you,
perfect.
darling. Thank you,
Yeah,
darling.
Pam, you look like you're about 22 now.
But in
Now y'all
Steven,
being
in
crazy,
NBA,
but
Pamela's had about 35 birthdays.
yes, that's right.
How old are you
Exactly.
turning this year? 25. How old are you turning this year? 25. How old are you turning this year? 25.
I'll take 35. My older son just turned 39 a couple days ago. I told him,
Krista
how
Laka
could
says she's 46 and she'll knock down Pam's door with her forehead.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Now, see, then I would never start a fight. I would never go that low. I would walk away from somebody talking crazy. I do not engage crazy. However, come to my house.
Don't
It is
ever knock
gonna
down a
be.
Southerner's house door, man. Trust me.
Hey, that boy Tyrone coming for Epps in the comments saying you went. That boy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Who's coming?
Tyrone coming for Epps.
And Jay
Tyrone Hall coming for Epps right now in the chat.
Oh, Tyrone, man. Hey, Tyrone, I'm sorry, man.
Right
I didn't mean to hurt your girlfriend, man. I didn't know Brent Grimes was your lover. My bad.
Oh, come on. Epps played nice.
Oh, no.
Hey, you want to come at me, man? I'm going to come at you back.
Hold on, Epps. He always got something to say.
Hey, does he want up on this panel? Because I'll drop off so you can come on.
Hey, yeah, get up on this panel, bro. I'll put you in a seat real quick, Tyrone.
We have plenty of slots. So just so
it's
y'all
Christmas and we need
just
some
so
grapes,
y'all know,
baby.
I want y'all to match Pete's donation of 60. You don't have to do it with one person, but collectively. So I think one person donated 10. So
the reason you don't see
match Pete's donation of 60, and we'll stay on a little bit longer.
The reason you don't see Tyrone up here is because he don't want no smoke. He in the back talking, bro.
Yeah, always in the comments.
It's a burner
you
account,
advertising,
bro.
but you ain't selling
It's a burner
nothing,
account.
Tyrone.
It's Pete's selling you, bro.
Hey, guys,
it's Pete's
hold
burner
on.
account, bro.
I put the link on.
You advertising, but you ain't selling, bro. Come on now, get up on the panel.
Let me ask you guys this. Name your top five corners in Miami Dolphins history.
Xavier Howard, Patrick Surtain, Sam
Madison, yeah.
Terrell Buckley.
Yeah.
And
There's another one.
And Jake Scott, but I guess he was a safety. But you could probably count him as a corner. I don't know.
You probably
if you want to go by DBs, man, you got to throw a shot Jones.
I put Byron Jones before Brent Grimes.
Brent Grimes is average,
Jones.
man. He's 5'9". Dude, this guy.
Brent Grimes is average. Just because
he went to back-to-back Pro Bowls.
He was a good player on bad teams doesn't make him great. Like, come on, let's be for real.
I said Jake Scott.
Well, I don't think
he didn't make.
I don't think that 2013, that 2014 team was as bad as people think.
But he didn't make no Pro Bowl.
That was not a bad team.
We act like he made Pro Bowl.
That team.
Let me tell you about Mika, man.
You guys forget in 2013. In 2013, they had in the secondary Demetri Patterson, Brent Grimes, and in safety they had Chris Clemens and Rashad Jones back there in 2013.
Honestly,
the next season they had Grimes, they had Cortland Finnegan, they had Louis Delmas and Rashad Jones. That was not a bad secondary.
But hey, listen, I hate to tell you, man, Mika is a pure example of her husband. I don't even respect him as a man because you let your wife.
Come on, bro.
You let your wife do all that and talk all that for you. I ain't never heard Brent Grimes say a word.
Because
he
don't talk.
He went up to Ryan and he did go to Tannehill and apologize.
Yeah, bro.
He did go to Tannehill and apologize.
Bro, like you can't say that,
Yeah,
bro.
but it's true in a way though, because I'll tell you, my husband is a quiet man. He doesn't say a lot. I'm definitely the one that runs my mouth, but I respect him, so I would never act like that in front of him.
I disagree. 1, 2, 3, 4 eps.
Steven, Troy Vincent. That's the fifth one.
Nah, man.
Troy Vincent, yeah.
You guys got to put Jake Scott in there.
Steven, how would you feel if your wife got on here and started
He was
talking
a safety.
talking crap to Andrevius, Ennis, and all this stuff?
I'd be like, Andrevius, you don't want no smoke from my wife.
I get that, but I'm saying
But
you
your
wouldn't
wife
say, hey,
would never talk that way, Steven.
but your wife would never do that. Is my point.
Would never do that.
He wouldn't. But
And you would never marry someone that
Brent
did.
Grimes needs to take responsibility of his relationship, and he needs to put his hand down and say, "Listen, stay out my business."
Stay out my business, woman.
He's
Stay out my
scared,
business.
He's got a very valid point. Just saying.
Turkish Shore is my thing yesterday. Although yesterday, when Cameron was hosted, he gonna say that I'd never get mad at Tua. Why am I getting mad? Like, y'all get mad, like, let it affect your life. I'm not mad he make mistakes. I don't like it. That's a difference. Just because I don't like something, that don't mean I gotta be mad.
Somebody's got their TV on in the background.
Yeah, y'all want me to be mad at him for making mistakes in a game. Like, get your life together. Life is more important than getting mad because the player makes a mistake in a game.
Now, Steven, I do apologize for some of my wildish comments, but it really did hurt me internally when Mika went on K-Fux's channel and started talking junk about the Dolphins, Tua, all this, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
especially considering she doesn't have a damn clue what she's talking about.
Exactly. That's my point, Russell.
Craig McBride said, "Don't answer that, Steven. They trying to make you sleep on
That's
the couch."
That's my point,
tonight.
Russell. I don't have nothing personal against her or Brent. You know what? I liked Brent when he played here.
I did too, but I'll tell you what, I don't like his wife.
His wife is crazy, man, and the things that she was saying. Where
can I find this? Where can I find this?
It's on
K-Fux's channel, man.
I actually haven't
watched
it. Check this out. I haven't watched it, and I refuse to watch it because nothing but crap spews out of her mouth. I don't even care about what she.
Facts, Russell. Facts. Thank you.
I can't say I don't like somebody I don't know. I just don't agree with her opinion. You can't say you don't like somebody you don't know.
Real quick. Here's the reality. Haters are gonna hate, and that's what haters do. Haters hate, and so you can't. I don't know her from Adam and Eve. I don't know the lady. But what I will say is she comes off as a hater, and so when that happens, your comments, the way people react to you are gonna feel haterish. That's what it is. So.
Well, on the interview, you could tell why she's mad because she got arrested. She said it. She said the way they treated her when she got arrested. You could tell when she started talking about it how mad in her voice, emotional she got. She salty about the way the Dolphins did her when she got arrested. She said they hid the video camera.
Don't do.
When she tried to get the video camera to show what happened, she said the Dolphins said they didn't have the video camera, the footage.
It's not.
She feels like they did that on purpose.
Cell phone. It was on Twitter. She didn't need the footage.
But I'm saying she said she went to the organization for the footage from the stadium.
Why didn't she just go on Twitter?
I'm not. I can't answer. I'm just telling you what she said in the interview.
She's a drama queen.
Well, let me tell you something though. Let me tell you something. If you go on and you listen to it, you give it life. If you talk about it, you give it life. If you engage in a argument with somebody who is unreasonable, you're giving them life. So what you do is you don't engage. When we get on here and we argue our points and stuff, we know that we're not crazy. Like we have opinions, and opinions are
Well,
great.
well,
and
you know what?
I'll be honest, Pamela. That's why earlier when Andrea
let me
said,
finish.
when
Let me
Andrea,
finish.
yeah, go ahead.
These takes are pretty crazy.
Don't say
let
I'm
me
crazy,
finish.
please.
Let me finish, okay? Because so these opinions, we are all Dolphin fans. We know we're all that, right? So we can disagree and still have love for one another. That woman has no love, and her stuff that she's saying is not opinions. It is straight up who she is as a person.
And it's
Don't
personal.
give it life. Walk away. I would never have an argument with her, because I'm not going to give that life.
Can I get my EM on real quick? Roadrunner,
get your
who's
EM.
acting like they want to fight a lady? What are you talking about? See, I don't like stupid comments, especially when I'm up here. Don't say we want to fight a lady. Ain't nobody said we was gonna fight a lady,
I'm
bro.
not gonna
Like
fight her.
nobody said that. Like, grow up, man.
Why would I fight a girl, dude? Are you crazy? Who said that?
And not
Go
for
run in the
her
comments talking about we
opinions.
want to fight a lady. Like,
It's not
what are
about
you
her
talking about?
opinions. It's her behavior. It's not. Her behavior is not an opinion. It's a fact. Look at her behavior. Look at what she says. She does spew hate. This isn't about an opinion. This is flat out, I refuse to give someone like her my time, energy, and breath. So I'm advising y'all, when you are arguing with somebody who is just completely unreasonable, walk away. You're wasting your breath. You will never convince that person, ever.
Hey, Crypto.
Pamela, can I go, ma'am?
What's up, Crypto?
Hey, what's going on, Stephen D? What's
up,
happening?
Crypto?
How you
It
doing,
seems
man?
like somebody has gotten a bunch of feathers ruffled who's not going to disturb my eating patterns or change my paychecks. So I'm not going to give her the time of day because that's her opinion. That's her opinion. My paycheck didn't go down a cent, or the price of the Bitcoin in my wallet didn't go down a bit neither. And then it's not going to
Good
change
point.
whatever Miko Grimes say out of her mouth. It's not changing my salary, or it's not changing my eating or sleeping patterns. So I can give a damn. So that's what I'm saying there.
Hey.
Hallelujah.
Swear jar, Crypto. Swear jar.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say when Andrea said she was crazy, and I said
Hey, Crypto,
that's all I needed to know.
You know what? You owe 1 Bitcoin to the swear jar.
Yeah, okay.
All right. That's enough shout outs
he
to the
accepts
swear jar,
Bitcoin
Mr.
on
Steven.
Cash App.
Bro, Steven will
Pete
straight up
out here
interrupt
on the
you
chat.
to talk about the swear jar.
Pete
Look,
out
bro,
here in the chat
that's
going
why
crazy.
when Andrea said she was crazy, I left it at that. But, and I agree with
Everybody know
everything
that.
Pamela said. But if she needs that smoke, I'll be her Huckleberry, bro. That's all I gotta say.
Yep.
Thank you.
You know here's the thing. With Miko, it's all about it all turns back to one thing with Miko.
Not a percentage either.
Politics. Politics. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
That's what everything is about with her.
She
It's
thought she was
politics.
special because her husband
About
played for the
how
Dolphins. She thought
It's
they
with
were
the
supposed to
Dolphins.
get
It's her
special.
gripe with the Dolphins.
about police about
The Dolphins brag.
Hey, hold
the
up.
situation
Hold
with
up.
Kaepernick and
Hold up. I
all that
want to
stuff.
change the entire topic real quick. Crypto, I have a question for you.
All right, no problem.
Crypto, are you like really into cryptocurrency?
Absolutely.
I am too.
Let me ask you, from a sports perspective, do you think that like we're going to start paying for tickets to go to sporting events in cryptocurrency in the next year or two?
Yes, that's the direction. Yes, that's the way all these different blockchains and different protocols are setting us up for, as far as being able to make that exchange and the transition from digital money. But look at it, Stephen D. Technically, we're already using digital money when we swipe our debit and credit cards. That's digital format. It's just a matter of transitioning over from cash society to a cashless society.
Well, and then my other question to you is, these players that are taking their salaries in Bitcoin. I think a player took it in Dogecoin this year too. What are your thoughts about players taking their salaries in cryptocurrency?
From an investment standpoint, I think it's pretty wise, especially at least 10% of your salary, take it in that format. That way you can just let it grow as the industry and the grows itself. Because put it like this, let's say, for instance, like remember, let's say, Steven, you was at the beginning when Disney started up. Let's say if Walt Disney said, "Hey, Steven, I'm gonna pay you in Disney tokens or Disney stock. I'm gonna pay just because you was a part of this industry and this business at the beginning in this budding, and we're just gonna pay you in Disney stock. Part of 10% of your salary gonna be in Disney. It's the same thing. They're just taking a part of their salary in an industry or protocols or whatever, and then there's letting it grow as an investment standpoint. And that's how I see it. And that's what a lot of people are going to be doing. They're taking a part of an industry that's in its infancy, that's growing, and they're just going from there. And it's a hard asset. Well, actually, Bitcoin is more of a hard asset. It's more like digital gold. You'll hear that term a lot. Right. You know, Bitcoin is digital gold. And a lot of people are actually taking their money out of gold and putting it into Bitcoin. So that's just a matter of.
Well, look, if y'all want to donate to the channel and cryptocurrency, you can do that through Cash App, I think. So and maybe even PayPal too. But I am more than welcome to take donations in cryptocurrency for the swear jar and everything. Bring it on.
Hey, Crypto, while you're up here, I'm pretty big into crypto as well. What's your what do you have as your next big thing that's going to happen here? I'm in Doge and SafeMoon right now. You have any tips for me out there?
Those are more on the speculative side of the industry, right. But those different projects like the Doge and the let's say Shiba Inu and all of them, right. Those are on the meme coin side, but they're starting to branch out and get more involved into using it as form of payment or as far as digital finance or bankless.
Quick, I'm gonna interrupt.
So yeah,
you real quick.
1, 2, 3. That's pretty. That's a good way to put a small portion of what you're doing into it and let it grow. You know, that's the route I go when it comes to those type of coins. I bought Doge when it
was at 4 cents, man.
Where I would go in the route more of the people that's projects that's connecting with the banks and institutions and stuff like that. Right. Like for example, FTX, they're an exchange. They're now doing partnerships with other lending and banking institutions and stuff like that on the financial side. Then you got some on the digital ID side.
I got to get you hooked up with Solo D. He's into all the cryptocurrency and stuff, man. He loves
Solo D.
He loves that. He loves that stuff.
Well, it's gonna be it's like the internet. It's gonna take off. There's gonna be no more cash, bro.
Hey, real quick,
right? We're trending towards that direction. 1, 2, 3, yeah.
Jonathan Moore in the chat, whoever you are, said you people are toxic morons. I'm out. How are we toxic, Jonathan?
Man, Jonathan, that's pretty harsh, bro.
I know, bro. Like what, Jonathan, bro? Come on,
I might be toxic, but I'm not a moron. I don't think.
Like kindness and positivity and love, Jonathan. Where is it at?
We're all going to turn into EM here in a moment. The comments coming like that from the chat.
No,
come out the padded room.
Don't give life to it.
Yeah,
Jonathan, come out the padded room. It's beautiful out here. Come out the padded room, bro.
I hope he heard that before.
There's a lot of people that talk in the comments, but they don't ever want to get their voice up here on the panel because they don't want no smoke.
Right. Yeah.
Trucker Sean said
that would have been nice to see what EM would have said to him. That would have been funny.
Idiot. What are you talking about, you idiot?
Well, and you sit behind a little screen and you type out words.
We call them keyboard warriors.
It takes a lot of effort, Pam. You're right. That's actually more effort to do that. They put in a lot of energy in typing versus they can just get on and talk.
Yeah, get up here and show your face, man. I want to see you, bro.
And all you're saying is crap. I mean, do you have a point? Do you have a particular argument? Do you have an intelligent thought that comes out of your brain that says, I
didn't mean for all of us to go in on Jonathan, but dang.
I was just
Hey, Stephen D.
I was just waiting for a clearance, Stephen. I told you I'm on my EM today. Since he ain't here, I'm calling him out.
Hey, just
if
so
all you do is call names, you haven't said a fact. What didn't you like? What did we say that was moronic? Can you name something? I mean, come on.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in the comments like Dolphin Don and everybody who do come up on the panel and they say their stuff, but there's a lot of people that just talk a lot of junk in the comments.
Pete comes on all the time. Pete comes on all the time.
Yeah,
bro.
Pete comes on. I'm
Take
saying
Pete's example.
the people who run their mouth and they don't ever come up here and try to even go toe to toe with anybody.
By the way,
those are the people.
I need to give a big shout out to Pete for donating $60 today. I mean, that's a big deal. Thank you, Pete. I appreciate that.
Pete is
That's
on
a
a
big
roll.
Yeah, Pete's great, man.
that.
Pete's great.
In other words, people like that don't add anything to the conversation.
Exactly,
they have
Pam. That's
added
the people,
nothing.
That's
yeah,
the people I'm talking about.
you know what though? That's all Dolphins Twitter. Like not even Dolphins Twitter. That's social media. Period. Right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you're
that's true.
just gonna
Twitter,
find that.
food for fodder.
But
You're just gonna find that
if you want to control that, if you want to change it so that people don't just spew crap, you don't give it life. You don't comment back to them.
Why do you think I have Spread Kindness Fridays? Like I feel like that stuff right there, and everybody's like, "Well, why do you do Wildin' Out Wednesday or Mortal Kombat Wednesday?" Because I do think it's healthy to debate. I think it's healthy to have an argument, and I also think it can be fun if you do it.
And
the
it's
right
about
way.
something, Stephen. It's about something. It's not just throwing out, "You're an idiot. What a stupid person."
Yeah, and after
I mean,
a lot
it's
of your
not.
shows, Stephen, you guys talk these different arguments, and I sit back after the show and I think, and I'm like, man, Pam made a good point. Stephen made a good point, or Russell made a great point, or Andre. You know what I mean?
I always make great points. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's the thing about
that is true,
the
Stephen.
debates is you get a lot of different angles, and it makes you think.
Yeah.
Only when he's not flip flopping.
I agree with that. I agree with that because there are times people have said something about the way a play went down and pointed out different things that I didn't notice, and they've actually helped me to understand it better. A lot of y'all helped me to understand stuff.
Facts.
So I think we're all good with that.
Pamela, when you're 25 years old, we have to show you what life is really all about. You don't know. You don't know this, Pamela.
Steven
Hey, I don't know if anybody likes hockey or anything, but
yeah. So hockey is
I don't know.
They're on it. They're going to sit out through the Christmas break.
Hey, why
So
can't
hockey
Yeah,
doing
and
the
also
same
they
thing
just
basketball did.
They also said that the players are not going to be on the Olympics. They're
Why
not going
can't the
to the
NFL
Olympics.
do this every year? Have
The players
games
are out on the Olympics.
Thursday, Saturday,
you
Sunday,
know what's
Monday,
funny?
Tuesday.
It's actually a pretty
They
good
should.
segue. It's a
Toward
pretty
the
good
end of the season.
It's a pretty good. It's a pretty good segue into the next topic that I want to talk about real quick. Y'all need to give a big shout out to Pete for donating enough for me to stay on a little bit longer. Shout out to Pete.
Love you, Pete. Merry Christmas, brother.
I mean, I don't mind if y'all want to donate.
Merry Christmas, Pete. Shout out to Pete.
Match Pete's
humbug.
donation. You don't have to give 60, but $2 here, $5 here, $10 here. That all adds up. Try to match Pete's donations today. But
humbug.
What I will say is that it's so fun having football on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
And Tuesday.
And Thursday.
4 days in a row.
Every day with the bowl games, every single day, man.
Every day now with the bowl games, right?
I could totally
Do you know what's
I could totally
Bless
see
you.
I could totally see the NFL. I mean, the NFLPA would have to agree to it. That would be the only thing. But I could so see them saying, hey, the last 2 or 3 weeks of the year, we're going to do football 4 or 5 days out of the week.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
awesome.
make it like four or 5 games per day and spread it out throughout the week.
Yeah,
But you really think that's going to take a toll on the players, though, don't you think?
That's why I said the NFLPA would have to agree
Just
with it.
do it for 1 week, though. You just
But
do
I
it for
think
the last week of the season.
but I would. That's what I said. Last 2 weeks, maybe.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they'd be fine if they just do it for 1 or 2 weeks.
What I would say is the last week of the year, you should always do everybody the same day and maybe 1 game on Sunday night. And so that's week 18, right? So week 17 and week 16, I think should be just play football all for as many days of the week as the NFLPA will to agree to. But I don't think they should
football for the holidays. Just do it that way.
I don't think they should do it for the whole year. I think it should be a 1 or 2 week
No,
thing.
that'll be brutal.
And
well, we already know that the
shout out to Kristalakis with the $20 donation. Thank you, Kristalakis.
They needed football for the holidays is what they should call it. Football for the holidays, like 12 days of Christmas, 12 days of football. Non-stop
they
football.
Used to have
for 12
football
days.
on Christmas.
That's a good idea.
Darren W.
I think they used to have
12 days of Christmas. There you go.
NFL Sunday Ticket is going out the window. Amazon's going to get it. Amazon's going to get Sunday Ticket, and they're going to revamp it. It's going to be a totally
done,
different
man.
thing. The moment DirecTV loses Sunday Ticket, give it 2
It's
to 3
over.
years, DirecTV will be out of business.
They're already done.
It's going to bite the dust unless AT&T does something because they kind of partner with them.
Well, AT&T will have to revamp their total thing, but the moment they lose NFL Sunday, that's the only thing that's become.
Well, I can tell you this, guys. I work for AT&T. I work for AT&T inside a retail store, and they are trying to push DirecTV out the door.
Oh, well, then there you go.
That's
If
why.
they're trying to
That's
push
why
them out,
now.
that's it. That's their lifeline.
That's why. They're trying to make it. AT&T's trying to make it streaming.
I think Spectrum.
That's what they call DirecTV
Spectrum's
Stream. They got rid of
pushed,
AT&T TV.
Spectrum's already pushed DirecTV out, in my opinion.
Yeah, so once all the big boys drop them, then they're gonna be pretty much wither on the vine. They're gonna wither.
Well, look, so let me tell you what football looks like in the next few years. Okay, football looks like this in the next few years. Number one, football will be. Well, Sunday Ticket's going to get rid of it, right? Sunday Ticket's going to get rid of it. Or DirecTV is going to get rid of Sunday Ticket, right? So they're going to lose it. Not they're going to get rid of it. They're going to lose it. Amazon or YouTube is going to pick up Sunday Ticket. And when Amazon or YouTube pick up Sunday Ticket, you're going to find yourself doing one of two things. You're either going to pay per game, $5, $10, whatever per game, which people will do. Don't get it twisted. People will do it. And you're going to start seeing multiple commentating streams. So this Manning thing that's on ESPN is the future of how football games or sports will be called.
Yeah.
It's how the future of it is. And a lot of it has to do with people like TD, Doug, Pam, who have been doing the stream for years. That's all the Mannings did. They just took what's happening on YouTube, put it on ESPN with big name people. That's it. That's all they did.
Right.
Good.
And they're allowed to show the game.
Hulu.
What about Yahoo? What about Yahoo or because remember they still do some games on Yahoo. So.
Yahoo's going to partner up with whoever gets the contract bid. They're not going to go away.
But no, they're good.
But yeah, so Apple TV could get it, but the issue with Apple TV is I think they limit themselves on the people that get Apple TV, just people with Apple products.
Yeah, they're trying to open it up a little bit, Stephen
And
D.
so I know they are, but what I think, I hate Apple too. Let's just get that straight.
Steven,
me too.
Everything is going to streaming. So your TV now has apps on them. So like Spectrum has apps. All of Hulu Sports. You see what I'm saying? Like you have to be one of these companies that have apps that people can put on their TV. So the leading ones are Spectrum, Amazon, Apple TV has its own box. Hulu Sports, they do live streaming sports now. Like it's not gonna be a monopoly like it was. Like because Peacock
they're breaking up and they get everything
Peacock
streaming.
does the Sunday night game or Monday night game, but they don't do all of them. So if you have Peacock app on your TV, you can watch certain Sunday night games, but not all of them.
Apple people are part of a cult. I agree, Darren. Apple people are part of a cult.
I got Apple box.
We're gonna take
I'm
over.
with I got Fire Stick.
Android. I'm Android non. I'm a
I'm
part of
NFL,
the Android cult.
The best direction seems to be Amazon, honestly.
Well, you go Fire Stick, you can get them all. So I go that way.
But I'm saying Amazon. Everybody
you
has
can get them
Amazon.
all on Google TV too, and they have a box.
I don't think there's anybody up here who's never ordered from Amazon, or probably all of us are Amazon Prime members. I know I am.
Yeah, right. That's
You
a
gotta have
true
an
monopoly.
Amazon account to activate your Fire Stick. So
Amazon is like Pinky in the Brain. They're going to take over the world.
Yeah.
Wow, you just hit a really great '90s reference. I love it.
They like Pinky in the Brain. I'm taking over the world. I'm telling you.
I love it. I love it. All right, hey,
Amazon does got football though.
I just saw your
Stephen D.
thing. I'm trying to do that. Say what?
I said, but yeah, Amazon will be taking over the full package, though. You're right. They're going to take over the full package.
I think Amazon has the best opportunity to win it because, I don't know. I think that'll be the case. Shout out to, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm trying to deal with two things at once here. Shout out to, I guess that would be my man. Is that who I think it is? Is that Estefan? Estefan with the $30 donation.
Yeah, that's me, bro.
On PayPal, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, Estefan. Awesome. You guys are great. I love you guys, man. You guys are awesome. Pamela says, I have not ordered anything from Amazon today. Yet.
Today.
Not yet, right.
You ain't never lied,
I order all my stuff from Amazon. If I go to the store, I can't find it, Amazon will have it.
Yeah, which I'm surprised they haven't bought out Best Buy yet. I'm still looking for that buy. Just to make every Best Buy store an Amazon store. Watch it. It's coming.
Steven, I have a quick question for you. Right? With the games that you've been going to this year, right? Have they, in the deep end, have they told you guys to sit down when you guys are standing up?
So, no. Yes and no. They haven't, but there have been moments where they've been, I don't know how to put this, haters, I guess. Look, here's the funny part, right? Like, I don't want to speak for anything on the deep end. I am not officially a part of the deep end. I think the deep end is one of the greatest things to happen in the history of fans and watching the game. If you don't know what the deep end is a section inside Hard Rock Stadium where all the fans watch the game, where the super fans watch the game. And the first 3 or 4 rows is pretty much you stand up the entire game. There's no sitting down. And so it's a standing section with seats, right? And a few years ago, they were pretty much told, they left. They walked out. They said, you got to sit down because the opposing fans in the back were making a complaint and told them to, they pretty much said, you guys got to sit. And they've been doing this for years. So anyways, make a long story short, it ended up going all the way up to, top of the line there with who's the president of non-football operations for the Dolphins. What's his name? Not Jason Jenkins. Tom Garfinkel.
Tom Garfinkel.
Went to Garfinkel. Supposedly it got straightened out, but there have been some. I don't know why all these people keep dropping off. What's going on? I see y'all just dropping off here. I see Garfinkel took care of it, and it was really, really good because what ended up happening is they supposedly fixed it and they've done it. Now there have been times here and there where they'll come and be like, hey, you guys are getting a little too rowdy or whatever. But I don't see how that's the case because the reality is I don't think the crowd is raucous enough for the Dolphins. I think it could be totally different atmosphere.
Yeah.
They got to stop letting the visiting crowd in too much. They need to.
But it's tough. It's cheaper.
You wear another jersey, they need to turn them around.
But check it out, bro. It's cheaper for places like Baltimore, Minnesota, any opposing city to come to Miami, get a hotel, ticket to the game, than it is maybe for them to go to their city and watch a game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's when Dolph Freaky went on that rant. She went on Facebook and also on Twitter to make a point out of it. The reason why I brought this up because the last couple of games I've gone to, obviously I didn't go to the Giants game because I had to work that day, but I sold my tickets for the Giants game. But the last couple of games I have gone to, I always, me personally, I gotta stand up when it's third down. I have to. or when it's late in the game and the game's on the line, I gotta sit up and I gotta scream my tail off when that. But the last couple times, the people behind me have made a big deal. They've actually gone to the usher, and they're Dolphin fans, and they have been Dolphin fans, and they have come to me, the usher, and they have asked me to continuously stop standing up, do not stand up, sit down, da 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 da.
I gotta say something.
I spent $6,000 on my
what
tickets.
section are you in? Alexander, what's your section?
252, the club level.
Yeah.
Corner.
I mean,
252 club level, right behind the
have you
tunnel.
talked to your season ticket rep about it?
I did, and she says there's really nothing that they can do about it. I'm like, come on, man. I spent $6,000 on these tickets for this season.
If I were you, and you really, I would make a Twitter rant, tag, Dolfreaky, some of the big people from the Dolphins community, and Tom Garfinkel and Jason Jenkins and the Dolphins, and see where it goes from there. I think Twitter can actually do a lot of things. The power of Twitter is pretty good. So I would look into it and see what you can do. That's just me. I don't know if that makes a difference.
I'm gonna definitely do into that. That's actually good advice right there. Yeah.
I know it's good advice because I said it, Alexander.
But hey, we got the dub.
Steven, may I get in my final thoughts because I have to take off, bud.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead and give your final thoughts of the day.
Like I said, if I said anything about Mika or Brent that offended them, I'm sorry, but I'm not really sorry. But she upset me.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
But whatever. But I'm glad you had safe travels, Steven. And I'm glad we got the dub. And like I said, Monday night is going to be huge for us. I'm really excited that you said you might stream. If you do, I will be there. I want to tell everybody.
I don't know if it's official, but look out for me to do a live stream for this.
Everybody up here, Alex, Crypto, Ennis, Esta, everybody in the comments, Pete, Pamela, everybody. I want to wish you guys a happy Christmas, happy holidays. Enjoy your family, and another win. We're 500 guys, and let's just enjoy it, man. Let's be happy,
Yep. Same to you, Epps. Hey, Epps, you got to get rid of that Brent Grimes jersey now, man. You got to get rid of it.
I know. Mika, I like Brent until you did that.
You got to get rid of your jersey now, man. You got to put it away.
I get offended easily. That's the thing, I just get offended easily, and she offended me. When you talk about my quarterback, you offend me. You talk about my brother, you offend me. It is what it is. So I'm gonna go to if Tua tears his ACL, I'll give him my ACL. You need
Don't
ACL?
speak that into existence.
I'm just saying.
Last 3 weeks.
Get off.
I'm just saying, man.
Bush.
But seriously, hey, Steven, the work you're doing is showing, man. If you see there's more people watching every day, you are putting in the work, Steven, and it's showing, man. And I'm glad to be a part of it.
I appreciate it, man. I'm waiting for 500 or 600 people to live watch.
This thing is gonna keep going, Steven. So don't give up, bud, because you can see improvement and you can see growth, man. So, like I said, Merry Christmas to all, and to all
of good night.
What is it?
Stay safe, Epps. Have a good night, man.
Happy New Year, brother.
But love all you guys. Fins up, man. Have a good one.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Man,
right.
I gotta say, I think I'd get kicked out if I went to a Dolphin game, y'all, because I went to a college game. I'm a UT fan, and we have the Red River Shootout. I sat in the end zone, man, and of course I was filled with alcohol.
Of course you were.
I was standing up, and I turned around and seen all our fans sitting down, bro. And that's like a big game, bro. I flipped everybody off, like double fingered, bro. Like I'm just that dude, man. I don't care. I guess I would get kicked out, man. I didn't know they were that sensitive. You know what I mean? That's kind of, man, I'm the type of person, like, when I go to a concert, I don't want to go to a assigned seated, I want to go to a general admission or a festival where I'm standing up. Like, a concert's not a concert to me where I'm going to go sit down. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? That's just, that's never been me. So I don't know. I don't know if I would enjoy going to a Dolphin game in Hard Rock if I got to sit down, bro.
Well, I think
definitely
you need section 129, first 4 rows, 5 rows. That's where you want to be. And I think the deep end would like to grow. So if people were to try to move their season tickets to 129 that are willing to stay in the whole game, I'm telling you, the closer you can get to the first 4 rows, I know that they would like to make the deep end bigger, as far as having people there. So I'd love to see that whole section, 129 be a standing room section one day, or at least the first 20, 25 rows. I think that'd be awesome. So, yeah, you guys, hey, it starts with you guys. If you guys buy season tickets, section 129, deep end.
I would love to do that. The only problem is my wife hates the sun too, and she hates.
It's right in the sun. It's right in the sun.
Yeah, she hates that, man. I would love that, but I got in. It's funny because last night I'm watching the news, and the Dolphins, and of course the sports comes up, and me and her got into an argument because all you talk about is Dolphins, 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 sports, sports, sports. Da-da-da. I'm sitting there, I'm like, I couldn't stop laughing because I was I thought that was pretty funny because she especially when we go to games, she makes a big deal about that.
Yeah.
Especially when she goes to games with me.
All right, final thoughts of the day, Estefan. Estefan, take yourself off mute.
Yeah,
Estefan.
man. Yeah, man. I told you, man. I ain't playing when you come to me, and I'm not ready, bro. I'm always not ready. Anyways, I stay not ready. Yeah, bro. Yeah, no, just this game 1 week at a time, bro. This is a big game, man. Every week is a big game from here on out, and I don't want to talk about Tennessee or even think about it, man. Or Tuesday, man. All I can think about is Monday. And this goes back to what we were dealing with at the feelings for this game for me was going to be the same that I had going into the season, which was, for the past 2 seasons, we've built this team through the draft and free agency. We've replaced multiple coaches. We got a new head coach. Obviously, he's in his 3rd year, but it's under a new regime. And we, at the beginning of this year, I think we were all kind of discouraged because we continuously, it was gut wrenching to lose every week. We had 1 win, and I felt we didn't deserve to win that game, and then we lost 7 games in a row. And I know for a lot of us, it was tough to deal with because of the expectations coming in. You know what I mean? After making all those moves, that's what made it hurt even more. So I got to be honest. I think there might be some of those feelings for me involved in this game, but I see a lot of improvement, and we've grown as a team offensively. In the run game, we got Duke and Lindsey to add a new wrinkle to this offense, and I just I hope they go in with the mindset to get those guys going, and Tua has to prove himself in this game. He has to show up on the road. If he's going to be that guy, this is where you make your mark in the NFL and you show everybody. So I'm looking forward to that. We get the opportunity to see this kid prove himself, and that's what I look forward to every game that we have. So fins up, y'all. That's it.
Fins up.
Fins up, baby. All right. Let me bring out somebody who wasn't on the panel, but he's donated the most today. My man Pete. What's up, Pete?
Hey, Pete.
Hey, Steven and everybody.
What's up,
Thank
Pete?
you guys, man. You guys had a great show today. Shout out to Daniel. You and Daniel's opening segment, Steven, that is a must. I wish you guys can argue a little bit back and forth and give it to us raw, but that would be awesome. Shout out to Daniel.
Yeah, that was
and Steven.
awesome too.
One thing, right before I go, my final thoughts is the running back room. Exactly what I was putting in the comments section is already my concern. We got to feed Duke, and now they're talking about running back committee. Gaskin wasn't ready.
Oh no, he wasn't ready.
You know what I mean? We need to not play around in this running back room. You said it, Steven. RB1 should be Duke Johnson. That's what we need to ride out the rest of the way until they stop him. If they stop him and it's not working, then we could get off of it. But right now, I don't think they should even be trying Gaskins out in no play until Duke Johnson is gassed out. That's just my opinion. Thank you for having me up, Steven. You guys have a hell of a show.
Pete, real quick. Do me a big favor. Number one, thank you so much for your donations. Like, it means a lot to me that you spend your hard-earned money and donate as much as you do. I appreciate that. But tell people, if you would, how important it is to donate and why donating is great, man. Can you do that for me real quick? Let people know.
No problem, Steven. I'll let everybody knows. Everybody should know, Steven. You got to donate to the Dolphins YouTubers, content makers, the creators that they're giving us this. They're giving us platforms. A lot of us don't have the time to go to games like you, Steven, and go to the games. We like to see the stadium. We want to see what's going on out there, and you give it to us. And it goes a big way. It helps you guys feel better. It helps the content creators. It motivates them, guys. When you're out here donating to them, think about it. You're working. People out here are working for tips. Imagine when you get that tip, how does it feel? It feels great because it feels like you did a good job. When these guys get supported and you super chat these guys, they feel good, and it helps them get better content, and it motivates them to do even better. So shout out to each and every single last one of you that do support all the Dolphin content creators. And man, it's awesome, man. That's the reason why I do it, Steven, to keep you guys motivated and going, honestly.
Thank you, Pete. I appreciate that. And you're not wrong, bro. It does, man. And it costs a lot of money to do this stuff. So when you guys donate, it's great. And look, the goal is one day I make enough in sponsorship dollars where it's not a big deal. But I'm not there yet.
Steven,
so we're waiting to get there.
Big things coming, baby. Just, big things coming. Big things are coming, guys. Just pay attention to what's about to happen. Thank you guys for having me up. Stay blessed, never stress. Dolphins are the best. 7-7. Steven, you called it. You guys have the rest of the show.
I love you, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Bye, Pete.
All right, hey, I got somebody else in the back room. He looks. I don't know if you've ever been. You guys have been on the panel all day. I want to save you guys for last for comment of the day. But I want to bring this person on. I think he's new. I don't think I've ever seen him on the panel before. Chris Adams.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? Is this your first time on the panel?
It's the first time on the panel, man. I'm always watching the replays because I never catch it in the morning because I'm running around doing work and stuff like that. And I'm here now. It's vacation. I'm at my mom's house and stuff like that. I went right from Miami.
What up, Chris?
What's up, Ennis? How you doing, brother?
All right, bro.
All right, Chris, I'm not familiar with you, so inform me who you are, where you're from, how long you've been. Give me the rundown.
All right, so I was born a Dolphins fan, West Palm Beach, born and raised. My baptism by fire was a Sunday night game against the guys. You can't hide over here during hide and seek. Yeah, sorry, y'all. I told you I'm at my mom's house. I got all the kids running around and stuff.
I love it. It's all good. It's all good.
We love the kids. I was probably about 7 or 8 years old. We went and watched the Bills versus the Dolphins versus the Bills and Joe Robbie, and it was an amazing experience. We ended up getting into a fist fight with a bunch of Bills fans in front of us. They were throwing beer and stuff like that. It was an insane. They climbed up and got into a big fight. They got thrown out. We ended up. I think we lost that game, but it didn't matter when I was that age. It was such an amazing experience. The place would shake like this, the concrete seats, everything was amazing. So after that, I've been going to games. I don't know, all of my entire family's birthdays are in December. Like all of us but my sister are all in December. And so every December time we all get down there and go crazy. And we haven't gone in a few years because I've moved down to Southwest Florida over in Cape Coral area. We've just been kind of scattered about. But now that I'm closer back to South Florida where I live, I've been trying to get to the stadium. And next year, I'm going to do everything in my power to get me, a couple of season tickets. So I'll try to be there all the time. Because you see me out there, Steven, and I came by and say hi to you. And I got to say, man, thanks for the love, bro. It's hard not hard to come there and do that. It's you guys know, man. It's such an overwhelmingly welcoming community that if anyone that hasn't gone to the stadium to see a game, understand you are coming to see family. Yeah. You're not coming to see the thing. You are coming to see family.
That's why I do the pregame show from East 32, and I do it. I do a lot of I don't even talk as much as I do on a regular pregame show. I point the camera to where the experience is because I feel like if people just want to feel like they're there, and I feel like that's half the battle sometimes.
It really is. I kind of did the same thing. Not with your idea. I had no idea that's how it was rocking. Other than watching the replays, I just set it up and my daughter took over and she was just talking nonsense the whole time. She's only 11, so she was just going crazy. She's not a real.
Do you do content? Do you do content?
Oh, absolutely, brother, all the time. I've been racking them out.
Yeah. Where's your content?
She was cool.
I do. Well, I have a guy, my brother-in-law, Brandon the Bookie. We do betting. We do breakdown. We do post review.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
What's your YouTube channel, man? Promote it.
The Fins Tailgate, dog. It's 4 words. The Fins Tail, because Dolphins got tails. Gate. So it's out there.
Now I remember you. I remember you, bro.
Remember, I was wearing the purple jacket. Remember,
the Joker.
The Joker. That's right. And it's funny because I met Batman there, and I had this bit where I haven't gotten it worked out yet because it's gonna be with my daughter. She's gonna be a little Harley Quinn, and I'm gonna do Joker's wild pick and Harley Quinn's knock out of the park. We're gonna work on her costume and stuff like that. We do a little bit of betting on the show. It's kind of the theme of it in some ways. I don't like gambling problems, guys. We always like to say
I haven't gambled in 4 years. The thing I did this morning with Daniel was like the closest I've ever gotten to. So I didn't bet anything. I just said, hey, look, I think it's going to be over under. But yeah, I haven't gambled in 4.5 years. But I also know it's part of the structure of sports, bro.
It really is. It's what's going to make it international the way it is, and rightfully so, because that's what's going to take this NFL to the next step. It's going to take it to a global, worldwide thing. And we always say this is Happy Meal money that we're playing with. We don't. If you got a gambling problem, a lot of times during our betting segment, I have a number for people to call down at the bottom.
Gambler's hotline. Yep,
that's right. Yep, I have that. I leave my email if someone has a problem and they're in financial troubles because of that. I want them.
You can always hit me up, man. I'm always willing to talk to people with that kind of stuff, man.
Brother, anytime, man. I'm gonna. I do the little bit of the open forums.
We gotta get together off air, man. Number one, you have a voice for radio. I'm not gonna say face for radio. You have a voice for radio.
It's a face for TV, dog. What you talking about?
So no, man, I like it, and I actually was hip to you, honestly, within the last month. Is where I kind of learned about your channel. I didn't put 2 and 2 together till you said the new Finn's Tailgate show.
Yeah. Well, I've only been kicking it for about 2 months. I just started it. I hit the ground running. I've been a fan of a lot of people for a while. And I was actually going to come out over the summer and do the little bit of grassroots, but I just couldn't stop. Honestly, man, God wasn't going to let me wait any longer. I did all
That's how I felt about this, man. That's how I felt about this.
It's crazy when it gets you like that. It's like a bug in a way. And I'm not computer. I do construction, brother. I know nothing about computers, but I've sat here and I learned for like a month, just learning social media. And I started everything up. I watched all these videos and then I helped educate myself. And it was a great experience. And I feel better for it because now I feel like I don't feel so threatened by this computer now, which is part of life, man. You got to learn, you got to grow. If you're not growing, you're dying, dog.
100%, man. All right, man. Final thoughts of the day, real quick. Give me your final thoughts
on this team. I think we're on the up and up. I think this is an amazing situation to be in. I know the Saints pulled off a crazy thing, but I don't worry. I think guys, we are destined to sit there at the last game of the year where it's a win-in scenario for the Patriots and the Dolphins. And I can't wait for this beautiful calamity to come to fruition because I think it's going to be us getting in the playoffs this year, guys.
I 100% agree. Hey, man, hit me up on Twitter.
I will. I think I have
shoot
you
me. But shoot me a private message though. I definitely want to talk to you.
All right, dog. I'll hit you up right away.
Hey, Chris,
What's up,
I
guys?
need your email again. Can you put it in the private chat for me?
Yeah. Hold on. I'll do that for you, brother.
Hey, Chris, thanks for coming on, bro.
No
I'm
problem,
just gonna
brother.
put you in the back room, man. Thank you.
Nice
bro.
one, Chris.
Thanks, guys.
Chris is a good guy. His daughter,
Chris is a
she
great
was
guy,
cool.
man.
Yeah,
she was cool holding him down.
He gave me four football cards, right? When I was at the game on Sunday. Just a great guy, man. Good.
Yeah.
And now that I got to hear him a little bit more on here, I like him even more now. So
yeah,
definitely a real good guy. All right, let's do final thoughts today. Let's start wrapping this thing up. I'm trying to figure out who I'm going to have last. So, Crypto, go ahead, bro.
Thanks for having me, Stephen D. Yep, it's a pleasure getting up this morning, listening to the sound of your voice. You know, us talk about Dolphins. I guess Dolphins Tuesday now. So, and we can keep on having more. See, the thing is that it's all about trending in the right direction. Of course, we start off awful, losing 7 straight, but now we're about to win the same amount of games we lost in a row. So that's the key.
You are correct.
We're about to win this. Right. So that's a complete 180.
If after 1-7, I said, bro, we're going to have a victory Friday and a victory Tuesday this year.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. We've had victory Mondays. We've had victory Tuesdays. Oh, we're going to have a victory Tuesday. We've had victory Fridays. And I see that week 17 game
will be Saturday, right?
I have a feeling it's going to get flexed to Saturday night.
Right.
And if that happens, we're going to have victory Sunday, which means 4 days of the week this year we'll have had a victory day. I'm just saying.
That's true.
Saying. Speaking into fruition.
But you got to remember, Stephen D, ultimately, we're going to have victory Monday after Super Bowl Sunday. How about that one?
There you go.
That's the main one.
You already know.
I think Duke Johnson going to have to be big again this upcoming week because actually, I don't know why everybody is so afraid of the Patriots and Titans. We actually kind of made to beat them as far as the way we schematically play against them. I'm just worried about the Saints game because they play so well against great quarterbacks. They pretty much made Tom Brady look pedestrian, and then they made Aaron Rodgers look pedestrian. So I'm pretty much that's the only game left that I'm really nervous about because of the way they play and attack quarterbacks. That's it. That's about it. Other than that, we get through that game, I think it's really clear sailing because Mac Jones ain't gonna be able to throw the ball 3 times against us to win.
Crypto. Whack Jones.
Whack Jones ain't gonna throw the ball 3 times and beat us. That's not happening. And Tannehill definitely. Come on.
Tannehill
is definitely not going to throw the ball and beat us with his arm. That's not happening. So I see Byron Jones getting on him, X getting on him, Holland getting on him. Yep. It's going to be clear sailing once we get through these. We
got Whack Jones. We got Tannehill. We have
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill. What is
Chase him
Hill. Or Trevor Suckium. One of those 4. We're gonna
Trevor Suckium.
Trevor Suckian.
Suckian. I like it.
Trevor
Crypto, thanks for coming on, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Yep. No.
Crypto, let me on Twitter.
Hey, Crypto, you owe $1 to the swear jar. I expect one Bitcoin. Okay.
Not one Bitcoin. I'm gonna give you $1 worth of Bitcoin.
One big Bitcoin.
You give me your Bitcoin address, I'm going to donate to you in Bitcoin.
I do it all through PayPal because I honestly don't have any.
Oh, you have? Okay. Well, then say if you got a PayPal address, I can give you a crypto. You got your Cash App got Bitcoin on it. A Bitcoin address. I can use that.
Yes, I do have it on Cash App because Aaron Rodgers gave away a whole bunch of stuff this year.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
I got $10 worth of Bitcoin from Aaron Rodgers up there. Hello.
Yep, he did. I remember that giveaway he did. Yeah. So that's all I need is that address, and I'll just send it through that.
I just put it in the chat. Before you know it, Stephen D, that the amount that I'm gonna give you, that's gonna eventually be millions of dollars, Stephen D. Crypto, from your mouth to God's ears, please let that be the case. Please let that be the case. All right, brother. I love you, man. Thank you so much.
You got to finish it, Crypto, with this is not financial advice.
Yes, this is not financial advice.
This is not
right.
financial. I know. I gotta just.
Or Pam. No, Pam. I could say it's all going to zero guaranteed. That's another way of saying
zero guaranteed. I like
there you go.
I like it. All right, Crypto, you're the man, brother. Come on again. All right.
Yep.
All right, man. Bye bye. All right, Alexander Rene Diaz.
What's up, guys? Again. So, but first off, Steven, great show again as always. You know, it's been a pleasure here with everybody on the panel today. Let's go take 1 week at a time. Right now, we're 1-0. We're going to be 0-0 going to Monday night's game, and then we'll be 1-0 on Victory Tuesday. So we just gotta have the same mentality going into this game as we had every other week. Run the ball. Get the defense got to be on point with the zero blitz. I think that zero blitz is going to eat Taysom Hill alive. You know, in my opinion.
I'm telling you, it's going to be like I'm not trying to be overconfident, but I am. We're going to kill him.
Definitely, but we just got to continue to ride the hot hand with Duke and also Philip Lindsay in the backfield, and you know, again, that's pretty much my take. And again, you know, Steven, great show as always. Again, it's been a pleasure. God bless you and your family. Merry Christmas as well to you and your family, and everybody on the panel as well.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, you filthy animal.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, filthy animals. All right, man. Later.
All right, easy, man. All right, I'm gonna save the 25-year-old for last. Ennis.
Great show again, like always. I just want to say this. I heard people say Monday night is a big test of Tua. Okay, we can go that route, but to me, this team getting back to 7-7 is we're the fourth team to ever go 1-7 and then get back to 500. To me, that's something we need to enjoy and relish in the moment. And I'm not bypassing the Saints, but I told people this boy was on a revenge tour. You know, for him, if he wasn't dealing with this stuff from Houston, look at the stats and a season, the 2 seasons he's having, we would be relishing in it. But because of the off-field stuff, we have to worry about what's going to happen every game. And I'm just tired of it. I just want to wait for that in the off season and enjoy this season. Like, we came back from 1-7. Think about that. Like, the fourth team in NFL history to do that. That is not easy.
It's not.
So if we lose the game here, I'm not going to be mad at the team, or they did something that hardly any great teams have done. Only the Chiefs have a longer winning streak this season than us. Like, we're running neck and neck as far as longest streak in the season with the Chiefs. Now, if that's not something to be proud of, then we're tripping. Like, that's just me, Steve. You know me. I try to look at all the good things we do.
Bro, I agree
Because if
with
we
you.
look
I
at the
don't
bad,
disagree.
we'll be depressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we feed into the negative, we'll be depressed around here. I look at all the positives, like the line playing better, the defense came along. There's no dissension in the locker room. Like, we all getting what we want. So let's just relish in the moment and enjoy that we have turned it around for once, and we're staying the course. We could have the Jets game, we could have crashed once they jumped out, but this team fought. The old teams would have packed it in, but these guys are showing that they want to fight for their season, and I'm just here for the ride. And I thank all of y'all for being positive and inspiring to be a Dolphin fan and keep going. Y'all have a good Christmas. If I don't speak to y'all this week, Merry Christmas, Pam, Steve, Estefan, everybody else, Trucker Sean, all y'all guys are great.
Hey,
love you
great,
big
man.
time,
Thank
Ennis.
you so much. Ennis, you're the man, brother. Thank you. All right. Who is the best of 10-2? I'm gonna laugh when this delusional LOL Fins fans see that their team doesn't make the playoffs. Bro, stop hating, my guy. Stop hating.
Yeah. Don't give him feed. Don't put him up there, Steven. Don't give him your life.
Stop hating, 10-2. That's okay. We need haters. Go ahead and hate. We need them. Go ahead.
After
I love
Ennis's positivity speech, all we're going to feed is the positivity. Don't feed the negative.
Pamela, I saved you for last because you were the youngest on the panel today.
That's right.
And that's all I'm saying.
Divide by 3.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, that's funny. So I appreciate so much being able to just talk Dolphins football to my heart's content and actually have people that want to hear it. Unlike most people in my life, you can see them kind of glaze over a little bit. Is she still talking about the Dolphins football? But I want to invite all of y'all to my stream. It's a big family moment. I have anywhere from 100 to 350. We had over 250 this past Sunday. So, you get to pull up a seat on the couch. You get to hear me sound like a crazy person. And I just love interacting, people commenting and everything. And I thank you so much, Stephen, for a platform where I get to just talk Dolphin football and meet all my wonderful Fins family. You guys are awesome. If I don't agree with you, I still love you anyway, because you was Aqua and Orange family. And we're going to win, by the way. It's going to be 10 in a row, by the way. 10 in a row.
It's 100%. It is 100% we're going to be 10 in a row. And I look forward to it. And I'm super excited about it because, what's important is we're going to make playoffs. We're going to make the playoffs. And that's,
like Ennis said, it's about the positivity. Let's look at the great things. You take Tua, this young man who has been under an incredible amount of pressure that I just can't even imagine what it's been like for him. But the amount of pressure, and then look at the fortitude that he has shown. Look at him get out on that field, take control of the game. Okay, we had some bad passes, but what did he do? Like y'all said, he trucked him, just ran him over, kind of backed up, ran over him again. Gotta love it. Go Dolphins.
I know. It's super exciting. Pamela, you're the best. I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay?
Okay, sounds great.
All
Bye.
right.
Love you guys.
Bye. Love you too. Look, y'all are the best fans in the world. I appreciate everybody today that donated to the channel. I tell people all the time, if everybody donated $1 every day, think about what you spend on a cup of coffee. It would go a long way into helping the platform grow. So even if it's $1, just donate to the channel. The best ways to do it are on PayPal or Cash App, and I'll put those links back into the channel one more time. We're always doing it, but y'all, give a big shout out to everybody who donates today. I really appreciate it. Also want to give a big shout out to everybody that was on the panel. I had a great day. Pete donated, so I stayed out for an extra hour and a half because of Pete's donation. I love it. Y'all are the best. Y'all are the best. Tomorrow's Wildin' Out Wednesday, Mortal Kombat Wednesdays, whatever you want to call it. It'll be good times tomorrow. I'm going to try to come up with some topics to debate. And we'll have a good time, and we'll keep it positive. We'll keep it fun. But tomorrow will definitely be a debate show. So that will be a lot of fun. And then, it's going to be good times the whole week. The whole week. All right. So let's go have a good time. Let's enjoy this W. Let's get it. Make sure you guys go follow Tail Greeter. Do we have a show tomorrow? Yes, we have a show tomorrow. I love it. Steven, if your team loses against the Saints, I'm going to come in to the panel and laugh at you. Feel free, but that's not going to happen. But feel free. Feel free to come onto the panel and laugh. Okay? I would like to know who you do support, just like Crystalakis said. Feel free to come on, though. We take all the haters. You all are all welcome. But look, I got to go. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Great show, as always, and great fans on the #1 Miami fan morning show. Clap Blockers on the best podcast network in the world. Y'all already know the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.